Get on your knees. Sorry at the clubs when the cops yell freeze. Illegal cash came in the club like dun 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 dun. I stole J shit. Cause this is for them nasty hoes. But she'll do that to do. Something to make that cash too. Something to shake your ass too.
Something to make that cash too. Let's go, baby. It's primetime 99. Alex Stein on the grind all the time. We kind of toot and doo-doo today. Just a little more. Let's go. I'm trying to get the freaking Insta working. It's hump day. We got people tweeting the show. We love all the support. Let's go, Instagram. Please start, baby. Come on, Insta. Are you going to go? Are you going to work for me? Yeah, we're working. We're live. Let's go. We are live on that. Look. Look at this. Now we're on Insta. This is how we stream to Instagram. Something to make that cash. Let's go. We got it all working tonight, baby. It's primetime 99. On the grind tonight, baby.
Came in the club like
dun dun dun.
I stole J shit. Oh well, man. I hope he don't resent it. Cause this is for them nasty hoes doing them nasty shows. Diked out with them dildos.
Let's go. Jared, look at this. I love it. Jared's in the chat. I'm in a good mood because we have a good presentation tonight. We got to go through the news. A lot of fake news. Song's almost over. Just get hyped a little more. Titties 2. Remember, Titties 2 here at the Conspiracy Castle. Let's go. Something to shake that up to. Let's go, baby. Something to make that cash. If you want to donate the cash or join the Patreon, that's how we can make that cash too tonight. Watch yourself. Let's go, dab. We dab. A lot of y'all don't know how to dab, but I'll teach y'all. You fold in, you and then you go, That's how you dab on them haters. Let's go. It's prime time. George Foreman Grill. And I love George Foreman grills. Everybody loves a George Foreman grill. Something to make that cash too. Something to make that cash too. We got Sky Bear in the building. We got his tail right here if y'all can see. Here's you know the cats love it, guys. And I tried to do my hair before the show. You know, of course I took a nice little siesta. Or is that a nap siesta? Yes. Had a little siesta. Woke up, said we're going live.
Something to shake your ass to. Something to make that cash to. Something to shake your ass to. Something to make that cash to. Something to shake your ass to. Something to make that cash.
This is DJ Assault. Everybody go look up DJ Assault. He's as woke as they get. What a good song. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Conspiracy Castle. I'm your Conspiracy Asshole. Tonight's a lovely night. We're going to unplug from the Matrix together, and I'm going to show you what happened. What happened today that was brilliant. Well, not brilliant. I don't want to... Facebook ads team. Let's see if my ad was rejected. View your ad. See, I tried to get an ad. Okay, I tried to get an ad for this video, so let's check it with that. Let's go. Let's go here. If I can get it all set up. All right, let's go.
Alex Stein. Your next speaker, Alex Stein.
I'm Prime. Am I live? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they call me Primetime 99 Alex Stein, and I wanted to come here and I wanted to talk about the 2,000 immigrants that are staying at the Kay Bailey Hutchins Center that have, no birth certificate, no idea how old they are. You say they're children, but how are we going to verify how old they are? But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about this, Mayor, your pettiness. On March 11th, Governor Abbott removed all mask mandates, right? But what did you do? You put in an after effect saying that in all public buildings, you have to have a mask. And then on top of that, guess what you did? You closed the public restrooms at the public park. Well, let me tell you how that affected me. So I go to Bachman Lake Trail every day because I like to stay in shape because I realize people that are in the hefty range are more vulnerable to the coronavirus. So what I do is I try to train my immune system and I try to work out. Well, I'm at Bachman Lake. I pass a porta potty. I say, oh, I have to go number 2 really bad. I say, oh, I can skip that porta potty. I'm going to make it to the next bathroom. I'm going to make it to the physical bathroom. It's a brick and mortar bathroom. Guess what? Guess what happens? I walk a mile and a half to the other side of the thing, and guess what it says? It says closed for repairs, right? So I have to go number 2. I basically have like a turtle head poking out. I have to go number 2 so bad, and you close the bathrooms to try to protect me from coronavirus. So let me tell you what I did. So then I ended up running all the way back to the porta potty. Guess what? I tripped and fell, causing me to defecate on myself. That's right. I defecated on myself because of you, Mayor Johnson. I'm just saying. No, I'm being dead serious. Because you closed the bathrooms, you have to understand, when you close these repairs, it has nothing to do with coronavirus. So when you make it an issue for people with a colostomy bag to go to the bathroom, there's nothing you can do when you add in new restrictions to public areas that the governor opened up and you were closing. You were causing people to literally poop their pants. Okay. Their poop is on your hands.
I'm just saying. Refer to that, and then we're going to cut you
off. Okay, well then I won't refer to it anymore, but I'm just saying this is on your hands. When you close these bathrooms, there's nothing about closing a public restroom that'll save somebody from coronavirus. So your cattiness and your pettiness with the governor's above you. You're the mayor. Let me tell you something about politics. A governor's more important than you. You're supposed to listen to him, but see, you're petty. What you're going to do is you're going to destroy this city from the inside out, and you're going to make it hard for people to go outside and use the bathroom. Because you know why? Because you're petty and catty when it comes to people above you. You don't want to listen to your leaders. So it makes it hard for me as a person to listen to my leaders when my leaders, my mayor, won't even listen to the governor of my own state. And you're adding in restrictions that the governor is lifting. So what you're doing is insane. What you're doing is absurd. And what you're doing is causing people to have serious bathroom issues. So just think about this. When you put restrictions in place, when you take away freedoms under the guise of safety, are you really keeping people safe? You're not. And that's what you have to do, is you have to really look at yourself in the mirror. Are you doing this for identity politics? Or are you doing this to help the people? And you need to ask yourself that question.
Chris Carter. Chris Carter.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I don't know how many times we got to dissect that. I mean, we don't need to go through it so many times. We might need to look at it maybe once or twice, a little more, but I kind of want to see what the chat is saying. Yeah, that was pretty hardcore, I'll be honest with you. Not a lot of people will have the audacity to actually, go there and talk like that. And I'll admit that doesn't make me a smart person. Actually, what that makes me like an imbecile. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the world is more imbecilic than I am. The world is more upside down than I am. We're out of whack because we got to go. I'm in a good mood. Today's like my favorite day. Let me play some. Oh my gosh, I got to play some music. Let's see. Free party music, YouTube. Oh my gosh, today's the best day. I forgot. I wanted YouTube official music. Where is YouTube? YouTube official. So I know I won't get a strike. Okay, wow. Wait, this is awesome. I forgot. Wow, we're in a good mood. Wait, where's how do I go? Let's see. Official YouTube copyright free music. Okay. I'm trying to do something. We got to celebrate. We have a really good today. Music for content. Okay, wait. Let's go. We are so happy. I forgot. Today is such a good day. Okay, playlist. Let me find a good playlist. Where's like a free aesthetic songs? Okay, no, I don't want vocals. Let's see. I'll try to turn it down. Today's the best day ever. I forgot. Oh, somebody donated. The Fact Hunter, $4.99. Thank you. $4.99. I love it. Are you listening? Wait, hold on. Let me pull it up. Today's the greatest day ever. Hold on. My girl, Rachel! Rachel's confirmed! Yes! Woo! Yes! Finally! Rachel Levine is officially confirmed. The Senate voted 52 to 48. Woo! Yeah! Oh, today's my favorite day. She's the first openly transgender federal official to win the Senate confirmation. Yes! Oh, I love you, America. Former Pennsylvania official set to be Assistant Secretary of Health. Yes! Thank you, Joe Biden. Oh, we love you, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel, for your work. I love you, Rachel. I love you so much. You are so beautiful. I just want to touch. I love you so much. Rachel Levine, you're my girl all the time. Rachel Levine, you are a machine. You own my heart right from the start. Rachel Levine, I love you. Rachel Levine, I need you. Rachel Levine, oh, Harmon, thank you. Rachel, I love you, Rachel. Rachel, thank you so much. You're like Jackie Robinson, except way better. You're the best there ever was. The first transgender. Thank you so much. Rachel Levine, I love you so much. You are my queen. Rachel Levine, you are the queen. Conspiracy Castle, you must be seen. I love you, Rachel. Rachel Levine, the most beautiful I've ever seen. Her name is Rachel. She stole my heart. Her name is Rachel. Right from the start. I love you, Rachel. Thank you so much for your work. Rachel, it's me, Alex. Rachel, I love you, girl. Thank you. You're the first transgender and the most beautiful person in the White House. I'm just saying, guys, you know, for y'all, this for me, there was a time when certain athletes weren't allowed to travel and stay at the same hotels as the other players, like in college football, for example. You know, in the early days of integration, oftentimes the black players had to stay at different lodgings than the white players in college. And it was the bravery of those people and what they stood for, you know, being the first to do something was so good. And I really thank all the just social justice heroes that really paved the way. But when you compare their work, Jackie Robinson, Rosa Parks, you can name them all. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We can talk about Jackie Robinson all you want. Did he transition? Yes, he transitioned to League. But Rachel Levine transitioned an entire sex. So it's not even comparative. You know, we're comparing apples and oranges. I mean, if you look at this, this is the future. This is what we stand for. This is what I stand for. Because if you don't stand for this, we're going to have some problems. So you have to follow in line, and we have to really, really, really highlight the importance of this, because there's a lot of other people, you know, that did a lot of important things, but nothing.
Let's go on a journey.
No, let's not go on a journey. But nothing have they ever done. Jackie Robinson has never done anything close to this. Breaking the color barrier, this is a much harder barrier to break. I just want to say thank you, Rachel.
On this vote, the yeas are 52, the nays are 48. The nomination is confirmed.
Rachel! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! That was awesome! Wow! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Rachel has the cutest mask. Wow! 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 Whoa. Transgenders' right activists have hailed Levine's appointment as a historic breakthrough. Few trans people have ever held high offices at the federal or state level. Transgender rights activists have hailed Levine's appointment as a historic breakthrough. Few trans people have ever held high level of offices at the federal or state level. I love you, my girl. See, the people don't realize how much courage it takes to stand there and wear two masks like that and be a leader. Because really, like everybody I know, you look at Rachel Levine and you're jealous that like she's beautiful. You're jealous that she's smart. You're jealous that she's financially secure. But it's not easy. It's not easy being her. Because it takes a lot of courage to stand there, and she has to make very important decisions. Some of the most important decisions made by a federal official are actually made by her. And we can tell by her life, she's an awesome decision maker. She's one of the best decision makers there ever has been when it comes to public health. She's a public health expert, and I agree with that 1,000%. I don't think there's anybody more of an expert, to be honest. I mean, in my opinion, no. We could talk about that. We could talk about Tony at the CD Who, but nobody's as good as my girl Rachel. Nobody. Nobody ever will be. Senator Richard Burr, what is that? Republican, North Carolina, talks with Vivek Murthy, nominated to be medical director in the regular core of the Public Health Service and to be Surgeon General of the Public Health Service, left, and Rachel Levine nominated to be an assistant secretary at the Department of Health and Human Service. You're my girl. Wow. My heart, it's like, I don't know about y'all, but when I see somebody this beautiful, my heart sinks. We're so lucky. I don't know how I'm proud. I'm proud to be an American. I'll be honest, Trump made me disgusted. Trump was, put a stain on this country. This is going to bring us back. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Rachel, I love you, Rachel. Remember that. Always remember, Rachel, I love you so much. You are my girl. You are my lover. You are my friend. Rachel, girl, my life is so much better now that you're here. Rachel Levine, I love you so much. Rachel Levine, America we trust. Rachel Levine, you are my world. Rachel Levine, you are number one. Rachel Levine, you know what I mean. I love you so much. The future is bright. Look at my girl, just sitting there, looking so pretty in her blouse. She sits there with her strength, courage like a lion, strong like a bull. I love you, you are my heart. I love you right from the start. I love you, yes I always have. I love you. Thank you for my dad. Thank you, Rachel, for being so brave. I couldn't have made it without your strength. You gave me courage when I was down. You gave me hope and brought me around. Thank you so much. Yes, I will touch the part of my heart you were able to start. You changed my ways. You paved the way. Jackie Robinson has his own day. I can't wait for Rachel Levine Day. That'll be the best. I'll celebrate every way. We'll have a party with endless food. I'll be in the absolute best mood. I love you. I love you so much. Rachel Levine, I always will touch my heart so much. I love you, Rachel. I can't tell y'all how monumental this is for me. See, for y'all, this might not be a big deal. I get it. But for me, this is the best day of my life. The best day, number one, better than the day I was born. Better than my birthday, because birthdays suck. Trying to gain a little on my mic. Birthdays suck. I hope I'm not too high. She doesn't eat cats. Don't say anything negative about Rachel. Rachel is absolutely fully qualified. She broke barriers that nobody's ever broken before. So anybody that says anything against her is a hater, is a non-barrier breaker. And that's the problem. See, the reason why I vibe with Rachel is her and I break barriers. You see what I'm saying? Like, do y'all break barriers like I break barriers? No, dog. But Rachel breaks the barriers. We are barrier breakers. So that's why her and I's heart beat together like a drum in an African-American drum line. That's how well her and I's heart beat together. Like a competition drumline band. Our hearts beat together. Your heart doesn't beat with that like that. Are you jealous? Probably. Do you have every right to be? Of course. She's my heart right from the start. And that's the problem, is a lot of people are lacking somebody to love and somebody to really exalt and put on a pedestal. Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of people out there. Brian Stelter, Don Lemon. There's a lot of people that you can look up to. Ellen DeGeneres. A lot of people. Not one person can I name that is more influential in my life and more influential in the lives of our children and our future children and our future generations of this country than this person for the barriers that she broke. For me, this is a home run. This is where America starts to come back. You know, I'll be honest, America was we were a little rocky Now things are starting to look all the way up. Trending up alert. Trending up alert. Sky Bear. Trending up alert. I think Sky Bear is meowing for the trending up alert. I wouldn't be surprised if Rachel was. What? You have Fancy Feast. Sky Bear can tell that I'm all hyped up. Sky Bear. No. He's being extra feisty tonight. Can y'all hear? Supposedly because this mic is a little better, it's more, directional mic. You got to talk into it. I don't know if it hears Sky Bear, but it probably hears him when I start talking into it because that opens, the microphone up, I guess, metaphorically. What did Harmon say about his comment? Harmon said a good comment. Let me see. What did Very good. You have earned this tip. Wow. Okay, Harmon, of course I earned the tip. I hope you didn't disregard that comment. What are you talking about? This is the biggest day I've ever had in my life, dude. This is the biggest day of my life, Harmon, and you're going to take it away from me? The final Senate vote is 52-48, a nail biter. That is like Game 7 of Michael Jordan or Game 6 of the Utah Jazz. 52-48. She's better than Michael Jordan, better than Jackie Robinson. You are jealous. So I love you, Harmon. I love you. You're my brother from another mother, but you cannot do this to me. You have to respect my girl, Rachel. Let's read the article and we'll move on. However, the confirmation vote came at a challenging moment for the transgender rights movement as legislatures across the U.S., primarily those under Republican control, are considering an unprecedented wave of bills targeting trans young people. Wow. One type of bill introduced in at least 25 states seeks to ban trans girls and young women from participating in female scholastic sports. One such measure already has been signed into law by Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves, and similar measures have been sent to the governors in Tennessee, Arkansas, and South Dakota. Another variety of bill introduced in at least 17 states seeks to outlaw or restrict certain types of medical care for transgender use. None of these measures have yet won final approval. Okay, I don't even want to read any more. Okay, let me just... Sky Bear. What? What is going on? I don't know what... I'm in the middle of a show, Spikes. I'm going crazy. What is going on? I can't do the show. Sorry. Shut up. I can't believe that. Let me get scared. Wow, he's so loud. Sorry. Okay. Let me get back to what I was talking about. Basically, with $21 tonight, we're bumping. We are in the club, and the club is jumping. Thank you guys for all the donations, especially Harmon. Rachel, thank you for the donation. The Fact Hunter, thank you always. Okay, we got to get back on the grind. Sorry. This is really emotional for me, so it's not easy. Like, I know for y'all, it's just so easy. Oh, Rachel, people like Rachel get nominated every day in your life, probably. Well, in my life, things like this, don't happen all that often. Especially not lately, to be honest. It's been a rough go at it lately. So, that's all I can say is I just still can't believe that ad was respected. Well, what's your P.O. box? I'm going to send you 2 kittens. Yeah, oh my gosh. Everybody wants to give me a cat now because I'm a cat. Sky Bear, no, Sky Bear owns me. It's terrible. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Okay, now that some more people are here, hold on. We got to play let's see. One more time. Now that we have some more people, we got to play the video from Mother Truckin', the mayor today. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me get this going. All right, now that we have some more people here, this is from today at the mayor's office. Yes, live at the city council meeting.
Your next speaker, Alex Stein.
Am I live? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they call me Primetime 99 Alex Stein, and I wanted to come here and I wanted to talk about the 2,000 immigrants that are staying at the Kay Bailey Hutchins Center that have, no birth certificate, no idea how old they are. You say they're children, but how are we going to verify how old they are? But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about this, Mayor, your pettiness. On March 11th, Governor Abbott removed all mask mandates, right? But what did you do? You put in an after effect saying that in all public buildings, you have to have a mask. And then on top of that, guess what you did? You closed the public restrooms at the public park. Well, let me tell you how that affected me. So I go to Bachman Lake Trail every day because I like to stay in shape because I realize people that are in the hefty range are more vulnerable to the coronavirus. So what I do is I try to train my immune system and I try to work out. Well, I'm at Bachman Lake. I pass a porta potty. I say, oh, I have to go number 2 really bad. I say, oh, I can skip that porta potty. I'm going to make it to the next bathroom. I'm going to make it to the physical bathroom. It's a brick and mortar bathroom. Guess what? Guess what happens? I walk 1.5 miles to the other side of the thing. And guess what it says? It says closed for repairs, right? So I have to go number 2. I basically have like a turtle head poking out. I have to go number 2 so bad, and you close the bathrooms to try to protect me from coronavirus. So let me tell you what I did. So then I ended up running all the way back to the porta potty. Guess what? I tripped and fell, causing me to defecate on myself. That's right. I defecated on myself because of you, Mayor Johnson. I'm just saying. No, I'm being dead serious. Because you closed the bathrooms, you have to understand, when you close these repairs, it has nothing to do with coronavirus. So when you make it an issue for people with the colostomy bag to go to the bathroom, there's nothing you can do when you add in new restrictions to public areas that the governor opened up and you were closing. You were causing people to literally poop their pants. Their poop is on your hands.
One more
I'm just
time
saying.
to refer to that, and then we're going to cut you
Well,
off.
okay, well then I won't refer to it anymore, but I'm just saying, this is on your hands. When you close these bathrooms, there's nothing about closing a public restroom that'll save somebody from coronavirus. So your cattiness and your pettiness with the governor's above you. You're the mayor. Let me tell you something about politics. A governor's more important than you. You're supposed to listen to him. But see, you're petty. What you're going to do is you're going to destroy this city from the inside out, and you're going to make it hard for people to go outside and use the bathroom. Because you know why? Because you're petty and catty when it comes to people above you. You don't want to listen to your leaders. So it makes it hard for me as a person to listen to my leaders when my leaders, my mayor, won't even listen to the governor of my own state. And you're adding in restrictions that the governor is lifting. So what you're doing is insane. What you're doing is absurd. And what you're doing is causing people to have serious bathroom issues. So just think about this. When you put restrictions in place, when you take away freedoms under the guise of safety, are you really keeping people safe? You're not. And that's what you have to do, is you have to really look at yourself in the mirror. Are you doing this for identity politics? Or are you doing this to help the people? And you need to ask yourself that question.
Chris Carter. Chris Carter.
Oh, can you hear me?
Well, now we got 133 on the boob tube. Thank you. So yeah, that's where we're at in the conspiracy castle. We're in love with Rachel Levine. We're telling the mayor that poop is on his hands, and everything's fine. Everything's fine. I know some people are worried about me. I get it. No need to be. I lost a pair of britches. That's what they call them here in Texas. Well, yeah, people heard it. You saw that last night. You saw I talked about how I was going to do this. You thought I was fronting, huh? I like that, Nicholas Herrera. Nicholas Herrera in the chat. Yeah, boy. You're my boy. I like it, Nick. A lot of players like to play, you know. But I'll be honest with you. A lot of people, what they do is they talk the talk, but they forget they got to walk the walk. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's the thing. They talk it, but they don't walk it. That's what's different about Alex Stein from the Conspiracy Castle. Not only do I talk it, but I walk it. I talk it out, I walk it out. Burp it out, I walk it out. W, walk it out. You don't get a clearer burp. This is an SM7B microphone, one of the best acoustic picking up studio quality microphone. So listen, okay? Listen to that. When I burp, that's a freaking high definition audio burp coming to you HD audio live from Dallas, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children. Oh, y'all want to see the picture I was going to pull up? Oh my gosh. Let me show. I hope this doesn't get me like in trouble. Hold on. Okay. This is the picture I was going to have and I didn't put up. I was going to put this picture up. I was going to put this on the screen, but I just didn't want them to freak out. So I was like, no, I don't want to do that. So, you know, no more muddy pants. I didn't do that. We had to freaking not do it. That's what I was going to put on the screen. I didn't. Yeah, I know. I almost took it that far. See, so I did have some restraint. I had that keyed up. Ready to go. So that shows you about where I'm at. You see those khakis? I know. Those look like Zulu, but I don't want to bust Zulu like that, you know. Let's see if I can hook up my Zulu microphone. Let's see. Well, I don't want to. I have to get the different mic. I got the studio quality mic right here. Yo, what's up, James from Vancouver? Welcome to the Conspiracy Castle, my guy. I'm out here talking live to you, coming from Dallas, Texas. Yes, Mikey, my man Mikey J, I see you in the chat. You know, that's our mayor, dude. That is our mayor. So that shows you. I mean, can you believe he's wearing that mask for a Zoom meeting? A girl used to I used to do that all the time. This girl I used to date used to cuss me out. So I got to stop doing that. Well, look at this. We got some Tex-Mex trail mix. You guys make fun of me because I ate like a bird. What can I say? I'm a hungry boy. And welcome to my castle, guys. We can do whatever we want here. One thing. Yeah, I mean, Great Value has okay nut mixes, and that, I mean, they're just cheap. You know, it's like for this bag, it's like $5, and that lasts a long, you know, it lasts a few days. That's why I like eating nuts. You can overeat them for sure. Sometimes like a night I'll overeat them, but I like them because they go, you know, you don't digest them, so you go number 2 to help you go. They're good for your digestion. Well, this trail mix was on this. This was in my number 2, so this was on his hands. This literally, this exact trail mix. So just think about that. I mean, how many people do you know are willing to do that? Not a lot. That shows you. My dad, when I was a child, he dropped me multiple times on accident. So that's probably why I'm like this. Oh. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm about to stop eating this. I'm about to open up the phone lines. You want to see the Pitbull video? Oh. We'll go up. Wow, I'm eating all these nuts. This is what we need more of, guys. This type of mindset. First rule, find a pit bull and establish dominance. Second rule, put yourself in the pit bull's paws. Third rule, establish even more dominance. Now the most important rule, always let the pit bull win for confidence building reasons.
This is how you exercise. This is how you train. You get a pit bull, you get on the concrete, and this is how you train.
Like a badass.
You wrestle a pit bull. This is how you get the mind right. You wrestle pit bulls.
All day long. This is what we do. This is the Primetime 99 mindset. All day long.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, is your favorite? I just want to ask yourself that question. Is your favorite talk show host wrestling pit bulls? Ask yourself that question when you decide who you watch and who you like and who you want to support. Is your favorite talk show host putting his ass on the pavement wrestling pit bulls? No, they're not. Why not? Because they can't. They don't have the audacity.
This is how you train. You get a pit bull, you get on the concrete, and this is how you train. Like this.
You see that? Look at that control. Look at the dog. I have the canine in a full hold. You can't. I have full control of the animal. Right there. Look at the control I have, like a football. I am built different. I'm just built different, and that's how it is. And I mean, is it, you know, is it nature versus nurture? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Let me tell you something, though. I came out of the mud, dog. I came out of the same place Rachel Levine came out of. We both are transitioners. What I'm doing is I'm transitioning the Matrix. Rachel Levine transitioned her sex. I'm transitioning out of the Matrix. Trail mix style. That's the difference. Is we both like to transition. You're out there, you're probably not transitioning at all. You're not even thinking about it. But let me tell you something. You need to think about it and consider it.
This is how you train. You get a pit bull, you get on the concrete, and this is how you train. Like this. You wrestle a pit bull. This is how you get the mind right. You wrestle pit bulls all day long. This is what we do. This is the Primetime 99 mindset. All day long.
Y'all don't know what that's about. Like, and I don't blame y'all. I don't hold it against y'all. Oh shoot, there's one other thing I want to show. Hold on, I want to show this thing. Hold on. There's one other thing I want to show. Let me find it. So annoying. Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me edit this. Okay, I'm trying to do something. Hold on, we're doing live. So this girl, talk about relationship issues. This girl, I always get dumped. And I wasn't even dating this girl. I always get dumped by girls I'm not even dating. Okay. Oh shit. Try to blank out her name. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Done. Save photos. Hold on. Sorry. We're doing this live. I don't want y'all to be bored, but now I gotta send this to myself. Compose. Prime. Come on, baby. All right. Now I'm sending it to myself. So let me tell you something. So there's a girl. I wasn't even dating her. You know, we've seen each other a little bit. I mean, we've gone out and we were not serious or anything. And she went on other dates, but she got really mad at me, which I guess I do understand. I mean, it is a little fair. Her friend, she works with this other girl, and they're like Instagram influencers, basically. They have like thousands of followers, her and everybody. So I didn't think it was like a big deal. Oh, shite. You can kind of see. Dang it. You can still see the picture. Hold on. Let me finish editing it. Sorry. Let me. I want to show you all this thing. I have to. It's personal. I'm losing viewers. Guys, wait. I'm about to show you this message I got that a girl dumped me. So you'll like it. Okay. Let me see. How do I edit? Mark up. Okay. I don't know how I do this. Hold on. Black. Okay. I don't know if this covers it. This is her name. I just want you to see her name, but Let me see if this works. I don't even know if this is gonna work either. Wow. Why is this so hard? Okay. At this point, I really don't give a shit. Okay, done. Send. Let me send this. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. 128, guys. We're about to get into we're about to get into how this girl dumped me. So this will be kind of funny. Why is this not coming up? Sorry. Where is this? I'm trying to cover up. I don't want her to see the I don't want y'all to see her name. Not that it even matters. Doesn't even matter, but I don't want her to get extra mad at me for this. We're losing viewers. I know you guys don't want to see me on my phone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse moi. Pull this thing up. Here we go through. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now you see it. Oh. Okay, can you guys see this? Wait, what? 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 Why did it do that? Okay, hold on. What? Download. Open. Okay, here we go. So this is what it is. This is what I'm talking about. You're like, oh, why are you bringing this up? Because, and it says something about this, but I should have blanked that out too, but I don't really care. I don't really care about that because I'm not doing that. But this girl sends me a message. This is a text message between me and a girl. She goes, Alex, and I haven't been seeing her. I haven't seen her in a few weeks. And, I guess we never officially broke it off, but we were never officially together. So, whatever you want to say. This is what happened. So she asked me, hey, she's trying to reach out. Will you help me air up her tire? Literally, that was like the text message before. And I just responded, no, but this okay with something else. So we'll go to her. It says right there. And she goes, and just your response, no, you're just fucking rude. And I know you feel important because 100 people think you're funny on the internet, but that doesn't give you the right to be mean. And I go, okay, bye. She goes, I would stop spreading things around about Chart if I were you. I can be mean too. Okay, not really. I wouldn't do that, but I still think you're a dick. Okay, what I'm saying is, listen to that burn, dude. This is yesterday. And I know you feel important because 100 people think you're funny on the internet, but that doesn't give you the right to be mean. Wow. And she's right. There's 100 people watching me on the internet right now. So, she's 100% right when it comes to that. So, talk about getting burned. Yeah. Let's see if it lets me zoom in. Let's see what happens when I zoom in. This is it. And just your response, no, you're just fucking rude. And I know you feel important because 100 people think you're funny on the internet, but that doesn't give you the right to be mean. Wow. Do y'all get owned like this very often? Oh, man. I know. She was not pulling any punches. Oh, yeah, we were smashing. We were smashing 1,000%. That's why this is the problem is when you start getting freaky deaky, problems like this arise. So, yes, this is what she thinks of moi. So, she sent me a lot of freaky pics. A lot. She sent me a lot of pics. So that's another thing why I didn't want to date her is I know she sent those pics to other guys. She sent me pics where she was talking in the video like she wouldn't normally talk to me. So it was a video I think she reshared that she sent to other guys. So just remember oh, you guys think, oh, Alex, you're crushing it. You're da-da-da-da-da. just remember, this is what a lot of girls think about me, you know. And I know you feel important because like 100 people think you're funny on the internet, but that doesn't give you the right to be mean. So her and I are done. We weren't even dating. Oh. It happens all the time. When you're primetime 99 Alex Stein, you just get dumped without even doing anything. Part of the operation here at the Conspiracy Castle. It's just kind of how we do things. You know what I mean? We just kind of get dumped. No big deal. No biggie whatsoever. I really could care less about that. But, you know, that has to be entertaining for you guys at home, for you guys playing at home. Probably a lot of people don't show their personal text messages of girls saying 100 people think you're cool because 100 people think you're funny on the internet. And literally right now, 175 people total are watching me and 143. So she's spot on. But it don't matter because we're going to build the castle up. We're 100. We're like 100 now, but in a year, it's going to be like 1,000. Then a year from that, it'll be like 10,000 live. 2 years, 3 years, however long it takes. Just, oh, shoot. Oh. That's what I'm saying. We're going to grind it. She can't stop my shine and grind, you know. Yeah, some people, Flat Smack Biblical, of course, you probably don't think I'm funny. Not everybody thinks I'm funny, but listen, I'm telling the mayor that my poop is on his hands. I mean, what else can I do? I'm trying. I'm out here giving it my all, and you're out here freaking busting my balls. Okay, come be a guest on the show. Boom! Let's go, baby. Let me go to the stream right now. Let me switch accounts. So, guys, I just put the link in the chat. You guys might want to come on, and you guys got questions, we can talk about it. We can see what happened. That was the Arkansas girl. That was the Arkansas girl I was talking about. So, she doesn't like me very much. Oh, it is what it is. I can live with it. I mean, that's just how. She doesn't. Let's see how the audios. Oh, it is what it is. I can live with it. I mean, that's just how. She doesn't. Oh, it is what it is. I can talk into it. I don't know if it hears Skype, but it probably hears them when I start talking into it because that opens the microphone up, I guess, metaphorically. What did Harmon say about his comment? Harmon said a good comment. Let me see. What did Harmon say? Very good. You have earned this tip. Wow. Okay, Harmon. Of course I earned the tip. I hope you didn't disregard that comment. What are you talking about? This is the biggest day I've ever had in my life, dude. The audio sounds nice. Sorry, I was just listening. Thank you, Betty Truckee, for following. Thank you, Betty. I really appreciate the follow on D Live. And you guys, obviously, the Lemons, I think the Lemons are working on D Live. Let me try the notification. I see that popping up. If you give Lemons, I think it plays a little dance on the screen. But I opened up the phone lines. I pinned it up. It should be in the D Live chat as well. So if you guys want to come on and be a guest on my show, we can talk about it. I'm sure there's a lot of players. I want to play a hey, but it's okay. Tonight's like a really important night for me. It's Rachel Levine's night, so you can't ruin it. Nothing you can say or do to me can ruin this night. It's the most important night of my life. So, you know what I mean? Y'all can't. And then remember tomorrow. Oh, we got Busco's in the room. That was fast. Okay. Busco's here. Let me see Busco. Let me do this. Let me go Busco. Let me remove myself. Hold on. Busco.
What's up, man?
So the open mic is tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do the open mic. I kind of want to do it. I want to do it tomorrow. Why are you laughing?
Well, tomorrow night I got to work, so I don't know if I'll get off in time. I think you should try. You need to try multiple mics. Like you need to go to different. There's a lot of different options, man. So, yeah. But I thought that was you had a good. You got an amen at the front table.
I get it. I get an amen every day from these freaks out here when you start preaching my shit. It's like I sound like a street preacher. It's sad. I'm like one of those prophet preachers or whatever, or like those guys that are on the plane.
In a corner in Denton.
Yeah, I'm a pulpit pimp is what they call it. Okay, so we have some people. We have some other people in the chat here. Let me bring them on. Nick. Let's see who Nick is. And Nick. Wow. Well, it always takes a minute to load. You know, Nick, welcome to the Conspiracy Castle. What's happening, dude?
Yo.
We can hear you. You're live. What's up, brother? How are you doing this evening?
Not much. I'm good, man. I just wanted to hear the story about what happened after the poo story. What'd the mayor say?
Dude, nothing. Dude, literally, dude. Can you believe that? He didn't, Nick. Not one word.
Oh, bro, you came hard. I don't know how they didn't even respond. So what, they just kicked you out?
No, I mean, it's just, I mean, kind of. I mean, I guess I left the digital meeting, but like, yeah, I mean, dude, it's just bullshit. No response, no nothing.
Well, that is bullshit because even though you were kind of joking, you were raising, I like the way you did it because you were raising real issues, which was the right way to go about it, which was so stoked last night when you were talking about it. My brother lives in Austin. I wanted to drive there just so I could go see it. I'm in El Paso, bro, so it would have been way far, but
hey,
I thought it was a cool idea.
Hey, how are the masks in El Paso? Because I thought, like, I saw that woman get arrested twice at that girl. That's not El Paso. That's Galveston, maybe. But how are they on the masks in El Paso?
Well, you know, I go hard like my boy 99. So
no shit. I'm sure you don't wear it, but I'm saying, is everybody brainwashed? Because the Mexicans here in Dallas are the most brainwashed about the mask. Whatever. I want to ask Busco about that. You don't think so, Busco? I feel like Mexicans are the strictest about the mask. This is why. Because I don't wear a mask anywhere. You don't think so? This is why. Hold on, Busco.
I think the only reason why they might be is because they just don't want to be fucked with by the police or white people.
That's probably true.
That's probably true. That's probably true.
Like the first 2 weeks or whatever, when we first opened back up, like I was at Shell's and there was a young Hispanic couple on the patio, and this lady was so fucking mean to them and like threw a mask at them. And like, you need to wear a mask. They were even outside. Like this, you know what I mean? And
this is another waitress at Shell's?
No, this was a guest. It was like a guest. It was just a guest. And like
crazy.
This couple sat down at the other table, which was 6 feet apart outside, and they weren't wearing a mask, which they didn't have to be outside.
Yeah.
And dude, yeah, it was obvious. You know, you could kind of catch the undertones. And it was just fucking, I don't know. That's why
well, this is why I say.
Yeah, I would say fuck yeah, it won't be fucked with.
Well, yeah, that's probably why. And Sky Bear like pukes on my comforter sometimes randomly, so I have to go to this thing, this dryer. It dries it way faster if I use the dryer at this laundromat. It's like right by where I walk. And so, of course, I'm not going to wear a mask in there. But, dude, the Mexican lady's always like, oh, you need a mask? I'm like, oh, I have a medical restriction. She's like, that, you know, like, they don't, that works at, like, anywhere else. You know, I have a medical condition. With her, they're like, oh, sure. You know, they're, like, looking at me all just their body language. A lot of times you say that, like, when I say it at Trader Joe's, people are, like, fake nice to you at least. When you say it to the girl at the laundromat, she looks at you like you're stealing from the place. You know, I'm, like, trying to put my comforter. And then I want to leave it there, and I'm worried that she's going to, like, throw, like, cat urine in it, or like maybe do some sort of satanic ritual Santeria on it and then curse me, so I get nervous. But Nick, what about that? Do you see any Santeria in El Paso?
Oh, not a lot, but you know what I mean? I just got my head down right now trying to do what I can. So, but I don't like the dirty looks just because I don't feel like I need a mask. You're wearing your mask. You got your shot. You're good. Leave me alone. I mean, but it almost feels like it's not worth it sometimes to stand up for what's right when people are just judging you, bad looks, this and that, you know. I mean, I haven't gotten too many confrontations or anything, but it's still, you can feel it, you know.
It's the energy, dude. It's the negative energy.
Right.
And now I walk everywhere without it, but it's like now the energy is a lot different than it was before because really people were pretty laid back. Like, you know, I go into the UPS or whatever, nobody, like now I go into the bank, nobody cares.
I'm from California, so you know how it is out there. I've only been out here for a little while, but they don't play in California. I mean, you'll get a group of people around you judging you, pointing at you out. I mean, California right now, I mean, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, I love California, but I hate the politics there, so I couldn't even do it, you know?
Yes, dude. California is insane. That they've lost their, way. I believe it's like,
Yeah.
So what did you do? Were you literally escaping California to El Paso? Is that where you ran away to?
Yeah. I have family in Baton Rouge and in El Paso, and like I said, my brother in Austin. So right now I'm just in El Paso, doing like construction and working and just trying to stay away right now. I still got like my chick back in Cali, but it's
so
not
that
going
makes
good
you
right now.
Yeah, fuck. See, that long distance, they call that LDR. I've been seeing that on relationships. That's called the long distance relationship. I didn't know that, but the long distance relationship sucks. Yeah, and I went to LSU in Baton Rouge, so Baton Rouge kind of sucks.
Yeah. Oh, let's go. Yeah, both my cousins.
They went there. I mean,
LSU.
I like Baton Rouge. I'm not hating on Baton Rouge, but I'm saying I feel like in Texas you'd almost have a better. But dude, Baton Rouge is pretty chill, actually.
Sorry. I feel like less people were wearing masks there because I was just there like 2 weeks ago. Less people were wearing masks there than here in El Paso. But I think down more in like dirty Texas, like the real Texas, I'm sure people are a little less likely to wear their masks. El Paso is more like the Southwest. It's a little different, I think.
And is it cheap? Like, is it like? I mean, I guess it's a lot cheaper than California, at least.
Way cheaper than California. I don't know. The apartment's about the same price actually, because I was in Baton Rouge for a couple months too. But
it's like a 1-bedroom apartment. It's $1,000 minimum everywhere. I mean, for a decent place.
Oh yeah. In California, me and my girl were paying $1,750 for a grimy little apartment. And I don't know if you know, like the Riverside area, Southern California.
Yeah, I know, dude. I moved it. I moved there after college. Well, tell me about your places. I lived in a crack dungeon, dude. Okay, tell me about your place.
Yeah. Well, Riverside's like east of LA, so it's not like you're near the water or anything cool like that. It's just like a grimy city, Riverside County, it's big.
Yes.
But shitty little apartment, bro. $1,700 for a shitty little apartment. So
for one bedroom, it really boomed because I moved there in 2011 I lived there like exactly 2 years. And I lived in West Hollywood, but I know, but I lived in the biggest crack dungeon you've ever seen, dude. It was like a efficiency apartment with a kitchen and the bathroom. It's all one room. It was literally one room. The closet was open, and the kitchen was all in there. I mean, it was literally efficiency. It was like once a hotel or something. All my other neighbors were all crackheads, literally all crackheads.
So it was like a studio apartment or what?
Yeah, it's a studio. Just you walked in it, but it was less than a studio. It's what they call an efficiency. So it's like at least a studio like kind of has a separate kitchen. Like this was like my bed. I could reach
folded up into the wall.
I wish it would have saved me room. I mean, my couch and my bed. I had like a futon next to a queen bed, dude. I got no pussy. I mean, I got a little bit of pussy, excuse my language, but very little. Girls would come back there and they would think I was gonna murder them. I look like Jeffrey Dahmer. It was that bad.
The girls in that area too. I mean, there's a whole thing out there with the chicks. I have a whole philosophy I'm not going to get into with the girls in California compared to other places. But
why?
Yeah, dude,
why? You think they're husling?
Bro.
Get into it. Now we're talking about dating because did you see that text message from that girl? I wasn't even dating her and she dumped me. She said,
I did. She put it on you, bro.
Yeah, I know. Hard. Okay, go ahead. Tell me about girls from California.
No. Well, the cool thing about them is they get dressed up, bro, just to go to freaking Walmart. You know what I mean? Look good, usually everywhere. Like they dress up, they're pretty, but especially when they're in LA, they feel like they're in that glitz and glamour town. So everybody wants. As far as I can tell, I'm getting a little older, so I feel like girls nowadays are more about like. Forgive me, females that are listening, but like about that money and about that glam, and then they're not looking for like what it used to be. Again, I'm like 38 now, so like it's different, I feel. But girls in Baton Rouge seem to be way more mellow, I thought. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, way more mellow in Louisiana, dude. Girls are like Louisiana girls are some of the most laid back girls. I think that's the only reason I ever got laid in college.
Easy to talk to, kind of had that country vibe, you know what I mean? Like,
well, they call it lag nappy. It's like a little bit extra. Like it's just that. I swear, it's just that nice, kind of Cajun mentality that everybody's your friend.
Yeah.
And
like that Southern Belle. But there were some stuck-up girls at the LSU campus too, though. So I don't know. Maybe it's the same everywhere, and it's just like the grass is greener kind of thing. You know, I don't know. It's whatever.
Well, some college bitches are going to be annoying as shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like sorority girls. Yeah.
I'll be honest. It's funny because it's funny you say that because Busco, you're in Snyder Plaza, and I sometimes go to New York Sub, and like that's on McFarland, and there's all these college kids. I'm sure sometimes college kids go into shells, you know, and like I'm saying, nobody intimidates me. Like not even a freaking the hardest criminal. Like I've been in the bail business, but when I see like college kids, young college kids, I'm so jealous. And I like, you know, if they're like life, I like see them. I'm just like, oh,
they're living it right now.
They're living. Yeah. They're drinking beer. They got like a keg. I'm saying on McFarland, a lot of them live in their apartments. They'll be like drinking. I'm just like, oh man, I'm just like I would say what's up, Brodo, but I'm like literally like God, I can't even talk to these kids. I'm so jealous of them right now. But go ahead.
The other crazy thing. No. It's your show, Alex. The other crazy thing, bro, was I went to a couple LSU tailgate parties, bro. They go hard.
The hardest. The
hardest. I mean, we got USC and UCLA, but I can tell you it is not 1/10 of what it is at the Southern, especially SEC football, I guess. It was insane, bro. Like, insane. It was fun. It was cool, though. I mean, not to change subject. Sorry, dude. But it was cool.
I love the tailgate. It's my favorite thing at LSU, but let me tell you something. I've had so many bloody noses from being up all night the next morning at that tailgate. I've done the worst things at that tailgate. I'm saying the most decrepit, disgusting, disturbing, most embarrassing things that I've done, what I've eaten. The drugs I experimented with, the pills that I popped at that tailgate. And I'm not saying that proud. I'm saying that embarrassed because I had killed so many brain cells and I'll probably never have the same cognitive function as I once had. And I'll be like Joe Biden, but probably at like 47 years old because of what I did in Baton Rouge at that tailgate. There's people with... Well, let me say this last thing. There's people with buses that pull in there, guys, at the LSU tailgate, and all these buses are full of food and alcohol. I mean, you can go from bus to bus. I mean, it is the biggest amalgamation of alcoholics in the world, probably, because you have all these New Orleans people that are alcoholics, you know, and the Louisiana drinking culture is outrageous. You start drinking at first thing in the morning. I mean, these people drink at 8 in the morning. So tell me about your experience this year, because I'm jealous. I didn't go to a game. I haven't been to a game in years. So tell me about it this year.
No, I didn't get to go to the game. I just went to tailgate because, like I said,
fuck the game. Yeah, just go to tailgate.
My cousins were telling me about it. No, it was cool. I mean, well, just not to sound cliche, but man, if you're not partying in college, you're kind of wasting your time a little bit. I mean, that's the time to lose brain cells, you know, so we can look back at it now and say, Jesus Christ, what did I do? But I could see you running into some frat boys and maybe getting into a little trouble. I could see you fucking with some dudes, you know what I mean?
Dude, I got my ass kicked twice at LSU. Both outside of a bar. One time I was sucker punched, and one time a guy just straight up just hit me right in the nose. We were like squared up, and he got me in the nose, and I fell down. It was very embarrassing, but
it happens.
It happens, but I won some fights too, but I'm not a fighter. But I'm telling you, those guys in Louisiana, you talk shit to them, they wanted to fight at the drop of a hat. That's the problem with guys in Louisiana. They're all Cajun. Like, where's my buddy Willie Hance? Willie needs to come on the show. Willie's in Louisiana. I'm just saying, guys in Louisiana, you could like, they're almost too tough for their own good. Those guys, this is what I'm saying. There was a guy, my friend Will Bullock. He used to jump into the lake or whatever you want to call it, the swamp next to campus, and get baby alligators with his hand. Like, you know, he would catch a baby alligator. I would never do that. Because if you get to a baby alligator, there's some big-ass alligator underneath the water. I would never do that, ever.
Yeah, the crazy thing is I believe you. Like, before I've gone there, I would not have thought. I mean, I knew there was alligators down there, obviously, but I didn't know it was as prevalent. I mean, one of the games I went to, LSU was playing Florida. And at one of the tailgates, they literally were cooking alligator, bro. And I never in my life, I didn't even know people ate alligator. And they were cooking alligator, and they're like, yeah, fuck the gators or whatever, you know? And they're like, eat some gator. I'm like, oh, what is this, chicken? It's not really gator, is it? And no, they're like, no, this is you're eating alligator, bro. I was like, hell yeah, this is cool, you know?
Was it fried?
Everyone's passing out beers. Yeah, it was fried.
Fried alligator is good. Yeah, you did. Did you have some remoulade sauce? I'm sure you dunked it in mayonnaise.
Do you know what? Do you know what Canes is?
Oh, you kidding? We got
Raising
in
Cane's?
Dallas. Yeah, I'm sure you guys got in
Okay.
El Paso. Don't y'all have in El Paso now?
There's one here, but I'd never seen it before either because they didn't have that before.
In California.
It's a Baton Rouge thing. I guess I heard
It started by a student. Yes, but
Right,
listen,
I
let me
heard that
tell
story. I heard
let
that
me tell
story.
you a Kane story in college. This is how broke I was in college. Well, everybody's broke in college. You know, I was spending all my money on pot and pills and whatever the fuck. Okay, so listen. So the Canes had this thing is if you got a Canes card, every time you register the Cane card, you got a free Caniac meal. And the Caniac meal is like 6 tenders, a large soda, you know, like fries and coleslaw and like the side of whatever sauce. You know, it's like the big meal. So what I would do is I would have to get friends and I would get as many of those cards as I could. And during classes, I would just be registering cards all day. So I would literally have like 200 cards with a free candy. I would just make fake Google all day long in class. So I would trade these cards. I would be like, dude, it's already registered. You just go to Kane, swipe it. You know, I don't know what the fucking name is. You know, it'd be some stupid name on the card. They never check the name. But dude, I would like trade those as currency on campus for like weed, and I would eat there every day. I ate there so much that they started denying me. They'd be like, "No, you've already been here once today. Like you got some sort of thing." My friends got denied. Like they knew that's how terrible I was.
You can't fuck with that Texas toast and that sauce. Oh my god, bro, it's so good.
That Texas toast. So somebody out there right now, if y'all haven't had the Texas toast at Cane's, you guys got to go.
For me. Yeah,
go get one. And fuck it, like we do want to eat healthy. We don't want to pump up all these fast food places, but go have a fucking piece of Texas toast. It's so
please.
good.
Hey, are you gonna have Mr. Anderson back on the show from last night?
Yeah, for sure. I told him he came on last night.
I heard you guys were talking about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna message him. I don't know if he messaged the thing, but I think we said it was gonna be next Tuesday, but that might be before my big stream. So I'm gonna have him on next week for sure. But are you a patron, Nick? You got to join for $1.
I'm actually going to because I want to catch this show coming up. I just got turned on to you about like 2 weeks ago, and I would just click on watch some of your old shit, But I dig what you're doing. Like you're trying to. I see what you're doing. You're bringing this conspiracy stuff that so many people shit on to the forefront through a different kind of medium. You're not serious like Globe Busters, which I love that shit. Don't get me wrong. But I like being able to switch over and just catch like a different way of getting this info too. And I think you're funny as hell sometimes, bro. Like you should have ate that dude's lunch the other day that you debated that dude, whatever his name was, Shane.
Wait, tell me about it. Go ahead.
Look, he was nice, and I know you're a nice guy, so you were trying to be respectful. And I heard what you were saying before about these debates got to be, us talking it out, and you want the listeners to hear the story. But come on, guy, that guy was such a lame, bro. You should have ate his lunch, dude. You had so much shit ready for him. I knew where you were going with. I mean, we all do. Anyone who's looked into this stuff knew where you were going. He had no idea, though. How can you go on a debate show if you haven't even? The guy. Oh man, Shane, you're a good guy if you're listening. But God, bro, that was hard to watch, dude.
Yeah, and he said he was a Freemason, and I don't know. He really seemed like a nice guy. He was in over his head, but But dude, when you're pounding this stuff, it's actually the same problem I get when I talk to my parents, or you talk to like Busco, or you talk to like people that aren't like Busco's not. I'm just talking about normal people that aren't super awake. Busco, like super conspiratorial. Well, I guess Busco is conspiratorial. He had a conspiracy show, but most people aren't. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to have that same deference of somebody that's not all conspiratorial when you present it, because people don't want to, like you said, it's a different thing when you take this stuff seriously. It's enjoyable. That's how I do my research, but it's not.
Yeah, I like it.
But I'm saying it's not palpable for the average person.
True, but he had no. Modern debate should have done a better job at getting someone for you. He didn't. He needs to be starting fucking level 1, bro. You're way past that. You're a primetime 99. What's he doing, dude? Like you should have turned that debate into the people that were listening were going to hear what you were going to say, and you were going to demolish that mainstream bullshit story. And that's what you should have did. But maybe that's just me projecting, because I get frustrated, like you said, trying to talk to my parents about it. I almost just give up, dude. You know what I mean? Like people got to look into it, and they believe it's bullshit until you take those first couple steps, and then you realize, oh man, there's something to this. And then you realize, like, most flat earthers are way smarter than the Globers, bro. Like, people think we're dumb. I feel like they're smarter. Look at people like Witset. Like, that dude's freaking smart. It sounds like, you know what I mean? I try to listen to him and break it down. That dude knows what he's talking about, and he makes people look stupid. And everyone thinks we're the dumb ones. Everyone thinks we're stupid.
Well, listen, what I'm going to do, God, I hate that I'm eating on air, but I'm just kind of hungry. But listen, Fight the Flat Earth, I think, wanted to debate me on the moon. I was like, God, I don't want to debate that guy because he's so toxic. But I think I'm going to set it up where I'm going to do a moon. I'm going to do a moon debate. So if I do debate him, it'll be like crazy. You know what I mean? It'll be like
if someone goes toxic on you, keep the high road. And I mean, don't let them get away with shit. Keep the high road. Don't say anything personal about them, but don't let them get away with shit either, bro. You're a good talker. You're good at that. People like that. I think personally, you know, I don't know. I'm not deep in the community, even though I love it, but we need people like you because I mean, I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass either, but relatable, funny, and like a good, normal dude. Like you're like a dude I hung out with all the time. You know what I mean? Like I know you, I feel like. So you should have ate that dude's lunch though. Like
you make me feel good, Nick. That's what I'm saying. You can tease me because we're bros, because you're my guy already. You can tease me. So yeah, I should have been a little harder on him. But what would he have learned? He wouldn't have learned you know, if I wouldn't try to get him agreeing with me, I feel like if I would have just yelled at him, Nick, okay, but go ahead. Right. What were you going to say? No,
I was just going to ask a quick question before I let you go. I'm sure I'm boring everybody.
No, it's great.
Yeah. So I'm not, I want to be more of a supporter. So if I go on the Patreon, I just sign up through that, do my donate button. And then if you have your private talks, how do I go from there?
Okay.
Do I just come back on YouTube?
So
or do I have to go through Patreon to watch it?
Well, listen, this is how it's going to work. So if you guys join the Patreon, I'm going to have a Too Hot for TV stream March 31st. And what's going to happen is it's going to be on an unlisted link on a different account, not my main account, on like a totally, you know, separate Gmail account in case something bad gets said and the account gets canceled, whatever. So it's going to be unlisted. So what's going to happen is when the stream goes live, I'm planning on doing an 8-hour stream. So I'm going to do an hour on all the platforms, YouTube, DLive, everything start with an hour. And then I'm going to transition to a 7-hour show, 7 more hours on the unlisted stream, and I'll be posting a message. If you're a patron, you will get a message directly to your email when I go live. But you'll know I'll be going live at 4:00 on.
I'll be there.
Yes, it's going to be wild, and we're going to talk about some subjects that have gotten a lot of people in trouble. That could get me in trouble.
What do you think about this new shooting? This thing that happened in Colorado?
We're going to die. That's what I'm saying. We're going to go. We're going to go all into that. We're going to go into the side of that.
I'll tell you. Others think about it yet.
Oh, it's baloney. 100%. Yeah.
I haven't even looked. I was hoping
there's a lot of weird stuff involved, and especially like the last two guys were 21 years old, the last two mass shooters. So if you add them together, that's 33. And like, I don't even want to get into it because I know that's really good deep in the woods because people really do get hurt in these things.
Real quick, did you hear Kamala talking about these guns? They're coming after the guns, bro. That's what it is. 100%. It's not even they're not even trying to hide it, I feel like, anymore. And you have so many people that just watch that mainstream garbage that they just get pounded with oh no, this is the right thing. They just want what's best. Bro, they're trying to take your guns. It's obvious. It's very obvious.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to really dissect that on next Wednesday. And
cool.
And I think I'm going to have like RV on. Hopefully, I haven't even told RV, but I'm going to have different guests on at different times. I got to send a message to Sophia Smallstorm. Hopefully, she'll come on for a little bit.
I'll be there 100%, bro. 100%.
Well, Nick, you're the man. Well, thank you for coming on. And you don't have to
let you go.
Okay. You get out of here. Okay, Busco, you're being silent. I'm about to let you go too, Busco. Nick, call in anytime. You're the man. I'm about to let you go too, Busco, because I'm going to read some more news articles, and then I'm only doing a 2-hour show tonight because I gotta. This is what I'm going to talk about.
I want to say I support your Rachel Levine Day. It's a great day.
You do like that, so you were happy too. It's like Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier.
Exactly. It's
it's a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger deal than that. I mean, Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier was not as big as as Rachel Levine now.
Yeah, no kidding. The Secretary of Health. That's nice.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's so much more important than just some baseball player. Like, dude, Secretary of Health, man, that is what I'm talking about. And we need it more than ever because our health is at the weakest point. So I don't know anybody better for the job, more qualified and smarter.
I'm telling you, I mean, I feel like a Secretary of Health should have less chins than I do.
Well, I mean, Who cares? She has a very feminine deal. Don't worry about that. Okay, but let's talk about this before I let you go. So, guys, I'm working with Busco. We're going to do a comedy show. We want to do a live comedy show in Dallas. I know the chat is not on this screen. It's on the other screen. And we talked about this. Just kind of want you to get your opinion on it. You know, we'll be able to get some people in the chat. If you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, type 1 if you're going to come, if you'll come to the comedy show. You know, it'll be on a weekday. It'll be on a weekday, so I want to see some ones in the chat. If any of y'all, are there any ones in the chat? I'm looking at it right now, and I know. What was I going to say? What was I lost my train of thought.
About the live show, about the open mics.
Yes, what I'm saying is the comedy show. I'm burping. It's going to be unique, but I want to know in the people in the Dallas area how many people are going to get there, because I think the live audience is important, you know, because I want to get at least 15 to 20 people there.
But I think if there's, like I said, there's a few mics. I'm trying to talk to 2 of the guys right now, but that are pretty decent and they have a small crowd already. And if we could just tack it on to the end of one of those, I think it might have a good one. Or, there'll
be some people. Well, we'll do it with no audience. I really don't care. I'm just kind of more curious if people in the area, because I know like Mikey J, my buddy. There's some Dallas people in the area that want to see it. So if you guys are in the area in Dallas, we want to get together. Probably we're gonna do it like the first week of April. So it's coming up. It'll be right around the corner. Before we know it, it's gonna be like you and me, and hopefully it'll be a live show. I don't know, Busco, if we should necessarily vote people on or off. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like maybe it should could be just like a live comedy show with a few comics.
Well, I think yeah.
I mean, in the future, could do that the next week. I'm saying maybe for the first one, I don't know. Because we got to figure out how the audio is going to work. Like, are we going to mic the person with the lapel mic? I don't know. I mean, it's not going to be that hard to figure out, but there might be some pain in the ass errors. Just trying to do what I'm saying. I've never done a live comedy show, how the audio and shit works. Like, are we going to plug the computer straight from the mixer? There's just some issues that we might want to work out. Yeah, I mean, my man Mikey J is going to be there. He's putting a 1 in the chat. So we'll have some people there.
Well, and then we can do, like I said, I think we should do because I could probably get 15 to 20 comics to come out if I can tell them that, hey, guaranteed you're going to be seen on the internet to 50 to 100 people. And that's pretty much a crowd, right? So, and I would say we guarantee the comedians 5 minutes, but if like the crowd is liking them, and obviously if the chat's liking them, we could let them go as long as 10 minutes type of situation. That way, even a comedian eating shit gets their time, so they feel like they didn't waste their time coming out or whatever.
Yeah, and it'll be funny. I'm just also worried it's like, yeah, that's just saying do Kill Tony show. It's kind of like our version. It's going to be kind of like a bootleg Kill Tony, but it'll be different. It's obviously going to be different than Kill Tony, but... Okay, well, somebody said they're going to come on real quick, Galen, but I also want to say in the chat, I don't know where Tommy King is. I'm worried about Tommy. I haven't heard from Tommy. Tommy, if you're out there, he was donating so much lately, too. I hope, you're doing good, Tommy. He's one of the, my bigger fans. Well, I don't have fans. You guys are just peers. I don't like that word fans. It's so fucking lame. Yeah, you're my fan. It's so fucking stupid. I don't feel that way. But let me tell you this. The comedy show, Busco, I think it'll be revolutionary. I mean, I don't know. I'm talking it up. It'll just be fun. I don't see a lot of live stream comedy shows on YouTube. I guess maybe there are, but I feel like they're done on Zoom. At least we're going to be live and, there. It's going to be kind of interesting. But we got to be careful too, though, Busco. Like, well, I guess music, if I get a copyright strike, whatever, it's not monetized. But, kind of, at the mic, we don't want to play like copyright music and shit because that just makes the video all fucked up.
Right. Well, if I pull that, if we just do it ourselves and we do the venue we want to do it, we won't have to worry about any of that. So, this week I'll work on getting a venue. And I think the best bet is just that I'll hit up as many comedians as I can and try to get a head count for how many I can count on. And if I can get like at least 12, I mean, we can do it, and we'll just do it and run with it the first time and see how it goes. Because, I think there's a lot of Zoom comedy going on, but this is a little bit different, kind of mixing the two worlds. So I think it'd be really cool, honestly. So And plus, get these comedians here locally in Dallas, maybe some following, because there's a lot of really good comedians right now that are just starting off that can use just local people, everyday people from wherever else checking them out, right?
Exactly. Nobody will dislike that, trying to get exposure. But hey, somebody said Tommy in the chat jumped trains. What does that mean? Does Tommy really not like the Conspiracy Castle anymore? Or has anybody heard from Tommy? If anybody knows? Rich, your camera, I guess, is trying to work. What's happening with you, Rich?
Well, hey, I'm on bounce, man.
All right, see ya. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Rich. I don't know if it's going to work with Rich. Looks like his mic and video is having trouble. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to go through a little.
Here we go.
Rich, you there?
To speak. Can you hear me, bro?
I can hear you, Rich. You're live.
Oh, sweet, bro. Is my camera working? I'm driving home from work, and I've never used Zoom before. This is the first time, bro.
Is it a pain? I know. For a person, like, everybody has a pain in the ass with it when they first use it, but you're loud and clear. But I cannot.
Sweet.
I can't see you. But what's happening, dude? What's going on? What do you got for us?
I watched a video live this morning with that mayor who never ever responds to anybody who ever gives him shit. He never responds. They don't ever respond to the people. They do not answer to the people. And I was screaming at the thing when you're like, you're a leader of my, that's why they're not our leaders. Don't ever call them our leaders again. We lead them. We're supposed to lead them. And somehow this translation has been lost in the past 20 years or so. They don't lead us. We lead them. We tell them what to do. At least that's the way it's supposed to work. Like Primetime 99 tells the cats what to do. The cats don't tell Primetime 99. Well, maybe they do. I don't know.
They do tell me. The cats are rich. The cats tell Primetime what to do. But these cats, okay, tell me about your cats. They tell you what to do a little bit?
Oh, yeah. My foot, every time, as soon as I put my chair back, boom, he's up on my chest. My wife's like, he won't come to me. I'm like, I don't know. But
he knows, because he knows where his bread is buttered. These cats know. They're awesome.
But she feeds them all the time. That's what's crazy, dude. I've had them for 13 years. My other cat, Bella, we actually had her grandmother, which was Isabel, so she's named. Dude, she's going on 10 years, and man, it's just years and just cats everywhere.
Dude, I got a bunch of cats. I can't believe I have a cat that I've had. I can't believe I had almost a whole year.
I love
Angus.
Cats, bro.
They're the best.
I love them. They are the best. And something else, dude. What the hell was I going to say? Something else was so prevalent.
Hey, real quick, Rich, you'll think of it. Are you on the highway right now? What are you doing right now?
Yeah,
driving?
Yeah, I'm heading home, dude. I'm in Plymouth, Massachusetts right now, heading home from work.
Rich, you called before. You're a maxhole, right?
Lobster dinner, bro, right? I was going to send you the lobsters, but I sent you the $40 instead.
I know. You're the man, Rich. You are the man. I can recognize you. Yes, you're my maxhole.
How come I'm not a fucking? I'm like, I got the wrench in the Conspiracy Castle too, but not in one.
What is your username? I'll give it to you. What is your username? RJ.
I wrote the thing right there. I'm like, dude, what's up?
Hey, write something right now. Write something right now. I'll fucking.
Hang on, I got you, man. Hang on, let me see. Let me write into this tree right here. Hang on. No,
don't wreck. Be careful. Be careful. Safety first.
I'm 53, bro. I know how to drive, man.
You're a young man. I know I can drive with my knee, but you're a young man. I want you to be safe. I want you to.
There it is, bro. I put something.
RJ, I got you. TU. I see you. I'm about to mod you.
That's my picture. Yeah, dude, I met fucking Dave. I met Dave and Zulu. If you got an email, I'll send you some pictures of that, the meetup we had on March 7th, dude. I drove to Connecticut.
And you went to the diner.
Like a 2-hour ride. Yeah,
was it fun?
Dude, right? Dude, I donated $40 to the thing, and I had to leave like a half an hour later, dude, because my something was going on at my house with the gas. I had to bail out. I was like, oh shit! I got like 2 chicken wings, and I had to get out of there.
Shut the front door! You drove 2 hours and then had to turn around like that, Rich?
Yeah. At least I got to meet Dave. Got a few pictures, dude. It all works out, man. It all works out. I wish I could get to South Carolina. I was gonna go, but I can't, dude. I gotta fix my truck. I gotta fucking do one of them wheel, what the hell they call them? The sensors for the friggin' anti-lock brakes and shit for the
ABS
control all-wheel drive. Yeah, exactly.
ABS sensor.
Pain in the ass that thing is. Dude, there was something else I wanted to tell you, but I can't fucking remember. Dude, I'm telling you, that vax is, oh, sorry, whatever they call it, the VAG. I call it the VAG scene. I write it VAGSEEN. That's sterilizing people, bro. That's why they say don't procreate for 28 days after you take it. What do you think? Why is it affecting the reproductive system? If it's to deal with a friggin' virus, bro. And I was trying to tell people about that. Remember that Fun Vax video that came out like 15 years ago?
No,
but everybody thought it was Bill Gates, but it's not Bill Gates. Well, dude, they were gonna target the religious gene, and then everybody's arguing, well, it's not real. It doesn't matter if it's real or not. What they called the gene that they were targeting was the PCR gene, bro. I'll send you the video. Give me your email.
Send me the video, yeah, because we can always say so much about this stuff on the YouTube. We got to save this for next week. Awesome.
On,
we got 1,000 messages in the chat tonight. That's awesome.
I don't want to get you busted up. Everybody,
I'm always getting busted up.
Yes, dude, that was so cool, man. That shit with that fucking mayor today. Why don't they just don't reply? They don't reply. And the other guy was telling him, dude, you're hunting my email through the friggin'. Dude, they do that shit all the time, dude. Shit. They sent that dude that email through that email address just to scare that dude to be like, we're on you. You know what I'm saying? You heard him, right? He's like, dude, the only time I ever used that email was for whatever he filled out at the courthouse. And then they tracked him down with that email. That freaked him out. He was pissed, bro.
Yeah, it's an invasion of privacy, but dude, that's what they do. Is they're gonna take away our freedoms under the guise of.
Dude, you saw what they're doing with they're opening up the ball games for a vaccine only.
Hey, we gotta stop talking. Hey, we gotta stop talking about that.
Yeah,
we just
right.
we gotta talk about.
It's so crazy, dude, that you gotta watch out.
I'm not allowed. I can't talk about anything to do with medical stuff. I can't talk about it here. I'm probably gonna have to take this down, honestly, now. But it is what it is.
Sorry,
bro. No, it's no problem. We just can't. You can't say anything on this on YouTube.
Right.
Like I've
Let me get off your ear. I've been
all right,
bending
Rich.
it too much, dude.
You're the man.
I'll check in some other time, man. I'll talk
Peace.
to you later, bro. Everybody
Thanks, man.
take it easy. God bless you guys, man.
Peace. Okay, that was great. Eric, you there? We're going to have Eric for a couple minutes, and then we're going to have
what's up, man?
What's happening, brother? Are you doing good this evening?
Dude, I'm not doing too bad, man. I just catching the end of your show, I guess.
Why is your audio so good?
I better call my boy.
Are you talking to me on like a nice microphone or something? The audio sounds really clear.
Oh no, it's a iPhone 12 mini. So.
You have the headphones in? It sounds so nice.
No, it's the iPhone 12 mini. Main mic. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I guess they're getting better. So what's cracking with you, man? How's business?
The car business?
Nah, either one.
It's okay. I haven't sold very many cars lately. But there are people getting income taxes. But I sold one car last week. But this week I've been terrible, and so I haven't sold anything in like 9 days. No, it's actually been pretty fucked up. But it's okay. It's fine. I gotta focus. I gotta probably take a little break from streaming every night at late time. I gotta change my time streaming because I'm like tired during the day. So it's I'm staying up a little too late. So I might have to change my schedule a little bit. But dude, I'm Primetime 99.
You've been burning the candle at both ends for like a year, man.
I haven't stopped. I want to do a stream like every day. So I might just have to start streaming earlier. I got to figure out something because I got to get my schedule a little dialed in, but dude, it's no big deal. I'm on the grind. So what do you got for us, Eric? Did you watch that guy last night that said the Bible, that Jesus wasn't real and that the Bible was an almanac for the weather? Did that piss you off?
I definitely didn't watch it, man. I gotta tell you, after the Doherty thing, I'm like, man, I really was angry after that. And I was like, dude, I don't want to watch that anymore, man. Cause I mean, dang, dude, if I'm angry over something, that's just, I don't want to, why put that on that dude, So
have you heard of that Micah Dank guy before?
No, I never heard of him. I caught like maybe 30 seconds of that show. Yeah, he didn't seem like a believer.
No, he wasn't.
What was his main theory? Give me a recap.
Well, it was just the whole idea of the Bible was basically Jesus was like the story of the astrological signs, like the 12 signs, and that it was basically like when to like literally he said the Bible is like an almanac on how to grow and like how to live basically.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Yeah, it's all good, but there's there's no fear of God there, man. I mean, what are people going to say? Everybody knows in their hearts they're going to stand before God. I think we all know that. And, we avoid it our whole lives. We run from it because, ultimately we're kind of cowardly, but man, I mean, you're spouting stuff like that to the world, bro. I don't want to be him on Judgment Day. And I'll tell you, I mean, further than that, I mean, I think when we see people like that, it should spur Christians to really pray for people. And that's the only problem with me watching those shows is like, I find myself getting angry and hateful towards them, because they're sitting there slandering, your king in front of the world. So it's like, it pisses you off. But at the same time,
aren't people supposed to speak bad about him though? Yeah, but I mean, aren't people supposed to speak bad about Jesus? Like, isn't that part of Jesus' journey? Kind of people are supposed to speak bad about.
That's what will happen. He tells us. Yeah. He tells us that's what's going to happen. He told us straight up. He's like, if they persecuted, I'm paraphrasing, but if they persecuted me, the master, imagine what they're going to do to my servants, right? That's a paraphrase, but it's pretty dead on.
Well, I think it creates a weird dichotomy because he's like a guy that doesn't believe in Jesus, but he's like, researched Jesus so much where like he obviously likes Jesus. You know what I mean? It's weird. Yeah. I mean, he says Jesus exists, but like he's done so much research, he must like Jesus. I mean,
right. That's what I'm saying. Like even the fixation, like I mean, just even think of how we swear. We don't say, Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? We say, we cuss with his name, we turn his name, and that's all written down like a long time ago that we do that kind of stuff in the end times, which is crazy. But it's really crazy. It hurts my heart, man, because I just so happen to be blessed by tremendous grace to know that God is real. I don't know. I mean, you could call me a prophetic person or whatever you want, but there's a belief and there's a knowing. And some people and most people believe, and some people believe in no. And I really believe in no. With no shadow of a doubt. I mean, the things I've seen, Alex, the things I've seen like daily, it just doesn't. There's no other explanation. And why even try? It's so unglorifying, man. Because once he's true. It's like if you just dance around it all the time, you're just kind of an asshole. And that's how I was for a long time. Ultimately, you're going to bring glory to God, whether it's him in his judgment, or it's him in his mercy. And I just plead with people to take the mercy. And it's not because he's hanging that over people's heads. He sent his son because he wants you to take the mercy.
But a lot of people, I know, but a lot of people don't want to see it, Eric. Okay, well, everybody gets mad when we start having a Bible study on air. Okay, well, dude, what we're gonna do is I want to do a couple news articles, and we're gonna wrap this up. So, you got anything you want to say before I let you go? We're almost at 2 hours or 140. I want to end the stream on some news.
I'll chill back, and if I can add some comments in news article, I'd love to.
Okay, here, let me find it. Hold on.
I'm mute, man. I got you.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I wanted to go through a few of these news articles that we didn't get to, before we end the stream. But see, the problem is we've talked about so many subjects tonight. I'm so mad. It's like I spent that time talking and praising Rachel, and then like all of this. Now nobody will ever see this stream, because nobody ever watches it on the other channels, and then. And nobody ever watches it on my Facebook. And nobody watches it on Twitter. And nobody watches it on DLive, like a few hundred people. But it's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm doing this show for you guys. I just hate that my main channel, I can't risk it. It sucks. It's very deflating as a creator that it's like, man, I just want to put my time and effort into this. But at any moment, it can be taken away from me. It just sucks. But okay, I don't need to keep blaming. Let's get in a better mood. Cuomo ordered New York health officials to prioritize COVID tests for his mom, sister, and CNN anchor brother Chris in March 2020 when they are not widely available to the public. Chair news report. Oh, Dawn, there you are. Let me see if Dawn. I can finally get him going. We're gonna have you on for 1 second, Dawn. Let me find it here. I had you there the whole time. It took a while. Dawn, welcome to the Conspiracy Castle. How are you doing this evening, my friend?
Could be better. How about yourself?
We could always be better, but what's happening? What's pissing you off? What's going on? What's your biggest thorn in your side?
In all honesty, right now the biggest thing is that they keep saying that we're in this all together, but yet here is a court document showing that I was evicted with custody of my son. I'm a single father, have custody of my son. But March 17th, I was forced out of my house because they couldn't afford to pay their bills. Their husband lost their job, so they sold the house I was living in to make their ends meet. But yet they don't care about the eviction ban or anything like that.
No, they don't give a shit. So where are you at? Are you on the street right now? What the fuck's going on? Where are you? Parents' house or something? What happened?
For right now, for about another week, I am at my mother's house with my son. He's going to be continuing to stay there, but I blew the rest of my savings and actually bought some land. I'm going to be building a house from scratch.
Why don't you put a trailer on it there in the meantime? What the fuck, dude? The world is burning. You know, it's in San Francisco right now that if you're a person of color, you can go and get a free $500, no questions asked, like stimulus card. But people that are classified as white aren't able to get it. It just sucks that you're having these financial troubles when you think about all the money that's going to I think it's like 800 million or 84 million or something is going to the border crisis to house those people, but we don't even want to help our own citizens with free health care or homing or housing. It's really sad.
Oh, also in the stimulus bill, they gave Bill Gates $3.5 billion.
Well, he deserves it. So I would have given him $5.5 billion if I would have written the bill. So you know what I mean? He deserved it. No, we're screwed. We're screwed. Okay, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna buy a piece of land. You're at your mom's house right now. I bet that fucking sucks, dude. Does it suck right now, or is your mom cool?
So and so, but I already bought the land. I'm slowly building a house. I'm clearing off about an acre right now.
Well, I'm thinking about buying a little, like trying to, right now if I buy my first house, it's 3.5% down. So I'm thinking about buying like a $100,000 house and trying to invest it for my mom. So I'm kind of in the same position right now, but it's going to be some cheap thing because I'm broke. But if I only have to put like $3,000 to $5,000 down, I can afford that I've saved. So what I'm saying is I'm in a situation where I'm trying to invest instead of just spending my money. And everybody's Bitcoin, Jaren's Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin. I need to get diversified Bitcoin, but it's like I'm saying
you don't want to get in Bitcoin.
I know. Well, that's just what people have different things. I don't want to have a Bitcoin show that will go on forever. But I'm saying I want some land. Like I want a piece of property that I own that is mine. Even if my mom lives on it, whatever. I just want to. I don't own shit. I need to own something. A piece of property.
That's where the smart move would be. For example, Bill Gates recently bought 300,000 acres.
He deserved it. He needs it because he's gonna grow all his face. Dude, he needs more. Like what? How many acres? Honestly, I think he's probably like a few 100,000 acres short of what he needs, in my opinion. Because he's gonna change. He's gonna heal global warming. So it's important that he has the land because, it's just what we need. He knows better than us. He knows better than you do.
Yeah, but global warming is not real.
Well, according to him, it's the biggest threat to human mankind. Obviously, we know that global warming is a bullshit deal. We know it's so fucking annoying. Everybody's so worried. Yet, like you look at New Orleans, you look at Miami, you think they would be underwater by now if you listen to freaking Al Gore. But Al Gore's full of freaking crap. Well, dude,
this is a good time to say this show is for
entertainment purposes only. Yeah, he sucks, but and this show is probably I'm gonna have to freaking delete this show anyway from the thing. Okay, but
Alex, I got a suggestion for you, man.
What is it? Let's hear it.
You need to spray paint gold at the bottom of that microphone. It's 100% must do.
I know. Well, you see, that's how they have the Shure SM7B. Some people have them custom, but I don't know. I wonder if let's look. While I have you on here,
rattle can, man.
I know, but dude, this is my favorite. I mean, I finally have a nice mic. I'm such an idiot. If I spray paint it, I know I'll break it somehow. I'll get it probably on the thing. Hold on, let's see.
No, put tape.
Sure, let me Shure SM.
The spray paint with tape.
I mean, is that really how I would do it? Would it stick on the metal though?
Yeah, I put some smooth tape around it. Maybe electrical tape. put it together and then spray paint over that so you don't mess up the mic base.
I mean, I love the freaking idea of that. This microphone sounds way better, doesn't it, Eric? Can you tell how much nicer it sounds?
Dude, that mic is killer. Oh, seriously,
it's the real deal. Okay, well, this isn't the microphone show, but everybody gets mad. Okay, well, so what do you got for us, though, Don? I mean, you got anything else for us? You're listen. This is what I want to tell you. Not that this is an advice show. But when the going gets tough, the tough gets going, you're at your bottom, but at least you're at your mom's house and you can regroup. So that's all you got to do is you just got to, circle the wagons and have a positive mindset and everything will be okay. Like, that's the power of positive thinking is when things are kind of going tough is very important, Don. I really suggest you instead of that self-hate, because if you're like, oh, I'm all fucked up, I'm at my mom's house, I'm so mad at myself, that's only going to bring you down more. I think right now, more than ever, you got to mentally circle the wagons and, like they say, pull yourself up with your bootstraps. But then when you make it, you're going to be like, look at myself. I can do anything because I was in this shitty situation. Now look at me now. And I promise it will get better as long as you put in the effort to make it better.
I know it will. It's not the first time I've lost everything. I actually, when I was 18, I got kicked out for breaking into my high school for April Fools and stole the mascot my senior year and got expelled. And I lived on a park bench for a year.
Wait, shut the fuck up. They expelled you for that? I mean, that is a big-time senior prank, but I guess they said breaking and entering because they did that at my school. They broke in and threw a mattress in the pool, and they didn't get expelled. They got, like, ISS, but they didn't get expelled. So you got expelled for the steal. I guess because they thought it was theft because you took the mascot, right? So they're fucking annoying as shit.
It was originally the mascot, which we did take, but being new, I just went along trying to make friends. But they also smashed the vending machines open, and the school had to shut down because they let off fire extinguishers in the cafeteria, and they had to clean it all up.
Hey, what's your name, man?
Don.
Don? Hey, Don, are you a believer?
Actually, yes. That was one of the things that I wanted to talk about is I know it's going to sound crazy, but to me, the biggest conspiracy is actually the Bible.
Wow. Explain.
Oh, yeah?
Have you ever heard of Strong's Concordance?
Alex is like, this just got spicy at the end of my show.
Well, no, I know. We're going to let it go. I haven't heard of Strong and Quarters. What is that?
Okay.
Thank you for the follow, Jorge. You said Strong and Quarters. Go ahead.
At the sound of being sounding really crazy.
We all are crazy, so go ahead.
You have to understand language itself. We are programmed to understand the definition meanings which we are taught because we speak the language that we do. But through the translations and the rewritings countless times of the Bible, it was done to actually hide what it says. For example, if you just retranslate the very first line in Genesis 1 back to its original Hebrew Aramaic, the God in Genesis 1 comes from Hebrew word 430, which is Elohim. And the definition is plural, and it clearly states of the supreme God. So if it's of the supreme God, it's not the supreme God who does all the creating.
Are you arguing against the deity of Christ?
No. Christ is real. Yeshua is real. He did die for our sins.
Are you saying, are you arguing that he isn't God, the God man?
No, what I'm arguing is that he's not the God in Genesis 1.
So there's multiple gods.
When John 1:1, the book John 1:1 just totally just tear that apart.
What does John 1:1 say?
Actually, no.
Okay.
Hear me out. In Genesis 1, again, the word God is Elohim, which is plural. The word waters doesn't mean water as what we perceive. It means semen. Another good example.
Wait. You're saying the water in Genesis 1. I just want to be really clear on this, man, because that's pretty strong. That's a pretty strong statement. So you're saying that water somehow doesn't mean water; it means sperm.
correct. If you take the time to read,
How are you coming to that conclusion?
Hey, I've heard, well, Eric, real quick, I've heard other things about this. Is like the rains from the floods was like semen on the earth. They gave us life, new life. Or is that how it works?
No,
okay,
no.
I could be wrong. I thought I've heard that. Go ahead. So what is it?
The flood was because if you read Genesis 6, angels, the Son of God, came down and mated with human females. That's what the Bible literally says in English. You don't need to translate that. Read Genesis 6:1.
Yeah. I mean, the mighty men of old, and they saw that the daughters of men were fair, and they came unto them and bore children unto them, and these are the mighty men of old. Yeah. But what's that have to do with semen and waters? I don't understand. Water. I know what water is, so I don't really need a translation on that. I understand living water is mean the Holy Spirit, but
no. The word water in Genesis 1:2 comes from the Hebrew word mahim, which means secretion of semen. And basically, in a nutshell, Genesis 1, if you translate it back to the original Hebrew, it's telling you that the God in Genesis 1 is the devil creating the first earthly man and woman. And that those are the angels.
Well, why would the devil need to create them and then deceive?
Because he wants to exalt himself over God.
Yeah, no, I get the angle, but I'm saying but the rest of the account smashes that. The rest of the creation account says, talks about the serpent coming in. God is telling them, giving them specific instructions not to eat from the tree of good and knowledge. God is breathing into their nostrils. So why are you real
quick, Eric, I have a question. No, I want to say this. Don't they say, hey, I have a question though. They say that, how does this work though? Didn't they say that Jesus sits at the right hand of God? So how does Jesus sit at the right hand of himself?
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying in Genesis 1, it's not the account of Adam and Eve. Genesis 2 is the account of Adam and Eve.
Correct.
That's an interesting thing. But brother, man, that's one of those things that, like, I know you're real sure about this, but man, spend a lot of time in prayer before you put that out to the body, because you run the real potential of just disturbing a lot of peace with that. So just be real. Well, dude, I mean,
yeah. See, it's his truth, Eric. Eric strongly disagrees with him, but it's funny, Eric. You strongly disagree, but that's just his truth. It's funny how we disagree like this.
The truth is objective. I mean, we're not fools on this channel, man. We know the truth is objective. So, I mean, it's the truth really exists. There is one truth. I mean, it's an interesting angle, but I guess like what? So the trade-off here. You could be wrong, but so let's just say that you could be wrong and I could be wrong. But the trade-off here is that even if you're, I don't want to say even if you're right, but I see that as you're shaking something that's like why are you shaking this tree? Where is the confusion in Genesis 1 where it throws you off from the
confused.
Of the one true God?
What?
Okay, I'll give you another example. Genesis 3, the fall. Everyone is taught that they ate a fruit and whatnot. Genesis 3:3, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, you shall not eat of it, and neither shall you touch it unless you die. Well, what does touch come from? Touch comes from the Hebrew word 50-60, nagah, which literally means to lie with a woman. Then if you go on to where is it? Beguiled. Where God asked Eve what happened, she said the serpent beguiled me. Well, this word beguile was translated from the definition of to seduce.
Yeah, and so nasha, to lift up, also is another definition of which is interesting.
I know. Hold on, Erica. So what does that mean? So what are you saying? I'm getting confused on. So what are you saying
I think here's
Eric. Here,
my
I'm gonna here. I'm gonna mute you, Eric, because you keep on bogarting it. Hold on, let me just mute you. See, Eric, you're really passionate, but at the Conspiracy Castle, we let everybody say their opinion, even if you disagree with it. Okay, finish what you're saying though, Don. Sorry about that. With the snake. Okay, explain the beguiled. What does that mean? The beguiled. So you're telling me Satan impregnated is what you think? Impregnated.
Correct. Adam and Eve Eve was taught what sex is by the serpent, aka Lucifer, and there's plenty of verses that show that Lucifer was in the garden.
Well, isn't this a theory? Don't they call this a serpent theory or some shit like this? Isn't this like a normal thing?
Two human races. But here's another example. Ephesians, I can't say it correctly, 2:14 through 16. For he is our peace, which have made both one, and have broken down the middle of the wall partition between us, having abolished in his flesh the enmity, even the law commandeth, contained in ordinance, for to make himself of two into one new man. In a nutshell, if you translate everything, the God in Genesis 1 is the devil, and he created the first serpent race. In Genesis 2, which was the fallen angels that were put into skins of nakedness. In Genesis 2 is the first spiritual man that was created to fix the system so that the two can become one.
What does that mean? So you're telling me the lizards and humans were together? What does that mean?
We got a twin. That's the obsession with twins. We have a twin. We have a good you and a bad you. And either you get converted so that you're both up, or you're converted to both down at the end, and you'll be tossed into the pit.
So there is a judgment. You believe in judgment. So everything you vibe with everything with Eric. So Eric, what is your biggest thing? Because you're mad because Jesus is God.
Oh, I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Not mad, but you know what I mean. I'm saying, but it seems like y'all agree on a lot of stuff. That's why I'm confused. Where I know you disagree.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we probably agree on most things. My thing on like the serpent seed theory, and dude, I'm sorry for not puff passing him. I did bogart that. So my biggest thing on the serpent seed thing is I don't see the edifying quality in it. I mean, I keep everybody's like, well, it's the truth. And it's like, dude, I mean, it's loosely, but how does it, how does it come back to the gospel of, the sin, death, and the devil being defeated? That's what I want to know, and everything. I mean, if, it seems like it weaves a weird,
so is Elohim Satan?
About going after strange doctrine. Okay. No. Let me just put it this way. Paul warns us about going after strange. It's about people that are accursed if they bring any other gospel in. And I think those kind of theories to me seem like they rapidly devolve into messing with the pure gospel, and that concerns me for the body greatly, because there's a lot of people that don't know enough to challenge Don. I think Don's seems like a very well-read man, and obviously passionate and zealous. But is that zeal according to knowledge? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I think he would probably argue he's led by the Spirit to say these things. But I think there's probably a better way to express. I don't know. It's just it seems like it's a semi half-cocked the proposal, the serpent seed. It's interesting, it's tantalizing, but we got to be careful. We got to be.
I get it. Okay, you said a lot of the same thing over and over and over. Eric, you just keep on repeating yourself. I'm just saying. I don't know what that.
Sorry.
Okay, I get it. You don't like serpent seed, but explain this. Who's worse? Do you hate Don or do you hate an atheist more than Don?
I don't hate either one.
But you know what I mean? Who do you dislike? Who triggers you more? A person that doesn't believe God exists at all, or a person that Don? Okay.
Technically, that's a trick question, because the Bible teaches you not to have hate. It teaches you to make peace. With everyone.
I really like, dude. I mean, it triggers me to love on them more. I would love on atheists more personally. But if I was talking to Don, I think you know, I mean, I would tell him like get into a body. See, here's where a lot of this stuff leads, man. It leads to seclusion, like this recluse type thing, and that's the Jezebel spirit through and through, right? I mean, I can tell you, Don is sounds like he's, you know, had a pretty rough go of things, you know, and he's probably a loner. He's probably not part of a body. He's probably not edifying other people. And that's not a knock on Don. What I'm saying is this spirit that's alive in the world and that brings these types of tantalizing things is the Jezebel spirit. And she is meant to. She wants to divide. She wants to defeat. She wants to crush, silence, muffle. And I see that's what's happening here. And honestly, I feel for Don. I'm not trying to browbeat you, man. I think you're not. I think you're probably a believer in a Son of God, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I want you to be. I want you to be edified, and I want you to edify other people. And I want you to get up there before the throne and say, "Hey,
we got it." Okay, Eric, you keep on. I feel like you start saying the same thing over and over, Eric. You got to edify. I know, but how many times you have to say edify? I mean, God, you got to say. I mean, how many times we only need to say it one time? Okay, sorry, Don. What were you going to say, Don?
All right. 1 Corinthians 15:46. Howbeit that was not the first, which is spiritual, but which is natural, and afterward is spiritual. That's
you have another translation for that, man?
The first, which was not spiritual, that's Genesis 1. And the second that came after, the first other that came after was spiritual.
Nice.
Well, somebody else is about to come in the room. I don't know, Brian. Brian's coming in for a second because we got to wrap this up because we're gonna have a existential nightmare. I don't want to have a but I'm interested just to see because I like you said, Eric. The thing is, when I say you love on the atheist more, Don has a lot more knowledge, So when you listen to him talk, he's quoting real stuff. So he's probably more dangerous than the atheist.
He's obviously really digging in. I mean, you gotta dude, he's sitting here digging in and wanting to get to the truth, dude. I mean, there's nothing. I think that's pretty special. I think, but at the same time, dude, that right there can be highly manipulated, right? I mean, that same zeal can be turned, and I'm not saying that, and that can be applying to me too. We just have to be on our guard, right? That's all I'm saying. I think Don agrees with me.
Correct. But my question to you, Eric, have you ever went through Strong's Concordance yet?
No, man.
You should. And then when you do, I would love to get back with you and debate some more, because then you'll start to see a lot more what I'm seeing.
What did you say? See strings? What did you say he needs to look into? What is it? What is that? What is that? What is that?
It's a definition book of everything in the Bible.
Correct. And I'm telling you, if you go by what the original definitions used to be when it was first written, it will tell you a whole completely different story than what a so-called church teaches.
Why is that? Because you tell me the translation changed. Why? So you're saying? Well, I want to hear what he said. So in the Strong's book, though, is it actually written like the Bible, or is it just like the words in alphabetical order, and then it tell you is it like a dictionary?
It's a dictionary. It tells you how many times a certain word has been used and exactly where you can find it in what verse.
And that's like the Hebrew meaning of it?
Hebrews 10:25 real quick. Read that for me.
Let me look it up.
Hebrews 10:25. So I'm confused. What it's like when you read it. So what does it say when you get to 10:25? What is it? Is it going to say something totally different, or is it going to say something similar?
No, just read it. But yeah, so I mean, that's what. But see what you just said there. That so-called churches, man. That's not a spirit of love, dude. I'm sorry. I'm going to check you on that. You're talking about called people of God that have spent their entire careers holding people's hands as they die. So you got this pride thing going on. That's the Jezebel spirit coming out. And I'm saying, dude, I know it because she attacks me like crazy. So that's the only reason I could identify it.
Hey, read the thing. Read the Bible verse. What did he want to say? Which Bible verse was it? Do you have it up?
I'm still looking for it. Hebrews 10:25.
No.
Yeah, this is a great discussion, Alex, man. Seriously, like these are really discussions that I think a lot of your listeners actually are encountering out there, man. So I know it sounds kind of weird and like off, but it actually really is a good discussion, dude. And Don's awesome for coming on here and saying it for sure.
And while I'm looking up for, I think it goes up to 10. No.
So is it labeled like a Bible?
No, it's broken down into different 3 different sections.
Sounds like the Jezebel spirit to me.
But to answer your
it's
question
a real
about
thing,
the church
you know.
and pride thing, I've been to many churches, and from my experience, they are quick to try to convert you to their denomination and baptize you. They're not preaching correctly. And then another. Okay, here's a parable for you. Matthew 20. I recently found God a few years ago, and what did it for me was Matthew 22, verse 15 through 22. It's the parable about the penny. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the talents, the bearing the talent.
I want to hear it. What's the parable of the penny?
The tax collectors try to trick Jesus by
Who's on the
So-
Wait,
yeah.
everybody slow down.
Yeah, so-
how did the tax collectors try to trick Jesus?
by asking him who they should pay tribute to, God or Caesar. He asked, they showed him a penny. He asked whose face was on it, and they told him Caesar's. And he said, render what is Caesar's to Caesar, and render what is render what is God's to God. My question to Eric, who's Caesar?
I would say the rulers, whoever is producing the currency, whoever's your domineering ruler. No, who do you think?
Caesar, in the most simplest form, just like you and me and everyone else, is just a man, a human being. So what he's telling them is to give what is man-made to man and give what is God's to God. My next question is, what denomination are you?
I find myself as a Lutheran.
Okay, who created that?
Martin Luther.
Who's he? A man.
Right.
Every denomination was
Who's
created
Paul?
by a man.
Who's Paul? Who's the apostle to us Gentiles? Is he a
They
God?
didn't create. Christianity is one, isn't a religion. Two, he didn't create that faith. As
Not saying he did. I know
Church
this. So we
teach.
know who the author of our faith is, man. I mean, it's Jesus or Yeshua, as you would call him. So.
Yeah. So all the denominations were
Hey,
created
but
by
real
man.
quick, I'm enjoying this. People in the chat are like, they're spiraling because they get mad when we get on the Christian show. But I want to let you guys finish. We're gonna have you guys back on. Maybe sometime we can have a debate one night. We'll have it actually organized if you guys want. You guys in the chat. That could be interesting. But I want to finish this topic. So go ahead. I'm just saying the next 10 or 15 minutes we got to wrap this up, guys. Because okay, go ahead, Don.
Then furthermore, you can go into other religions, Muslims. Eric, do you know who created the Muslim faith?
I have no idea, man. But I do. I mean, I do. It's Muhammad, but it's
No, it's
so
not.
anyway. So no,
it's not.
It's not Muhammad. Okay.
Nope.
Dude. Hold on. So Hebrews 10:25, because I know Alex is going to boot us off here. Hebrews 10:25 is, I think I'm paraphrasing because I can't see what I'm on the phone, but it's forsake not the gathering of the saints, especially as you see the day approaching. I believe that's it. But man, it's important, dude. And
I didn't even hear what you said. That's important. Wait, real quick, Eric, what did you say? You just mumbled it. I didn't. It's some blah blah blah. And that's what did you say? Read it. Read it clearly.
So Hebrews 10:25 says, "Forsake not the gathering together of the saints, especially as you see that day approaching." I'm paraphrasing that. I'm doing that from memory. And I think that's the right verse. But anywho, see, here's my thing. This is what I mean.
What does that mean, though? Okay? What does that mean?
But hold on. Let me just clarify. I don't want you to take away that I'm insulting you, saying like this Jezebel spirit at play, because she is in this country. Obviously, we have killed 60 million babies.
Yeah, well, Satan's real. We know that. We know that.
Okay. Well, right. What I mean to say though is that this like Don can be extremely helpful and I mean, use the word again because it's a biblical term, edifying to a church body. I know it's hard to be there, and I'm a really outspoken dude. I'm a flat earther. I told my pastor from the first day I was a flat earther. Okay,
I'm a flat earther,
and I'm working for him now. I'm working for him. I work. I'm his servant now. Okay. I'm his servant. I'm under him. I don't, dude, I have my own brain. It's not a problem. I recognize some extreme beauty in the way Lutherans look at the word. But I'm my own person. But dude, the church needs guys like you, man. I'm not trying to puff you up in saying that. I'm saying that spirit that's trying to take you away from it is trying to take you away from helping and edifying the body, man, because they need guys like us. They really do. They need truth tellers in there, and guys that are going there and rattle cages with that kind of theory, with serpency. Why can't you go in there and rattle that off? You should be able to with a pastor, right? So that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's not an easy job to do, but somebody's got to do it, man. And that's probably one of the things you're called to do.
What do you have to say, Don? It's Brian. Hey, okay, Brian, I'm about to, you're coming at the very end. Brian, are you there?
Yeah, hey, I just wanted to say, Don, we're on the same page. I was trying to tell this to Kingdom of Context that clearly there's at least two entities in Genesis 1 and 2, but I think the place where we differ is I'm not sure if the Elohim are necessarily bad. And I think you said that the Elohim put us in our flesh, but that was actually the Lord Yahweh. Before that, we were not in the flesh. The Elohim created our spirits.
Okay, let Don go. Everybody in the chat saying that we keep cutting off Don, so let's let Don explain. I know they want to hear
go
you.
ahead, Don.
Yeah, they want to say that.
In Genesis, we're taught that we're made in the image of God. Genesis 1:25, and God made 1:26, and God said, "Let us make man in our image, in our likeness." Well, the word image comes from the Hebrew word 6754, which is Salem. And it literally states it is a shade, a phantom, an illusion, a representative figure, especially an idol, a vain show. Does that sound godly to you?
Oh, shit. I kind of missed the question.
Yeah, I kind of missed it too. I didn't even understand what you said. Yeah.
The word image, where it says, and let us make man in our image, in Genesis 1:26. The word image was translated from the Hebrew word salem, which means a shade, a phantom, that is an illusion, hence a representative figure, especially an idol, a vain show. Does that sound godly to you?
That's kind of a tough question. I'm not sure. Kinda, in a sense.
So you believe that you are an idol, where everywhere else in the verse that tells you, that Jesus tells you, or Yeshua says to not worship idols, not to create idols. Well, that you're a vain show.
Here's a little bit of a problem I see, and I gotta get off here, man. But a little bit of a problem I see with this is like you're taking the Bible and then you're subverting it with Strong's, and I don't think anybody ever accused the Strong's of being, sanctified. I don't think that anybody's ever accused Strong's of being holy. You know, I worry a little bit about that. I mean, putting that much weight on Strong's, I mean, I understand it's an important tool, but does that make sense, man? I don't want to.
No, not really, because all Strong's Concordance does is tell you where the English words come from and what they mean in Hebrew when it was first written.
And I respect the
estimation of that, though. That's what I'm saying. We're still. Like, I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is the purpose of, please define for me, like, what am I going to gain as a Christian man, on my way to heaven and glory from the serpent seed theory? I want to know how it helps me, because I can't seem to determine that.
Well, the Bible's a code, so you're constantly getting deeper understandings of it. Mm-hmm. He's looking at it even deeper. In fact, he's looking at it the most truthful way, because it's the direct Hebrew translation, which is what I'm interested in.
That's about what I was about to say.
I understand that, but so like if I went to any, and I'm not saying that that Jewish men are to be trusted as far as the preaching, but if I went to Hebrew speaking people, would they come away with that same idea of what the creation of Genesis 1 and 2? Would they come away with that or not? Because you might do, then I'd be really.
Well, that depends on your definition of who a Jew is, because if the world was flooded and the only people to survive was Noah and his wife, his 3 sons and their 3 wives, and through them the entire world was repopulated, wouldn't that mean you're an Israelite too?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
No, but yeah, okay.
I don't know. I mean, I don't disagree. I just don't know.
Noah wasn't an Israelite. Noah wasn't an Israelite. So yeah, but okay, I got you. I mean, I see your point, though. I see your point.
We come from that bloodline.
But everybody comes from that bloodline, right? No matter what.
No, not everyone nowadays.
See, now we're getting into this is where this theory gets dangerous. Okay, now you're saying that some people are irredeemable, and brother, now,
what do you mean? What do you mean? Some people are irredeemable? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, Don?
Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't the Bible say that the only way you can never be forgiven is if you blaspheme the Holy Spirit?
It does indeed.
So that just proves you're wrong right there, that everyone can be redeemed. Everyone can't be redeemed.
Dude, that is a ridiculous argument, bro.
How you just said yourself, if you blaspheme the Holy Spirit.
Okay, so then how is somebody that's born into a bloodline blaspheming the Holy Spirit?
By blaspheming the Holy Spirit in any way that they choose to.
Oh man, I think that's taking the text and just doing violence to it, with all respect.
Maybe that's why the elites
really
practice evil, because they know that they're already a blasphemy.
Now
they're irredeemable.
Allow me to retort to Eric. This isn't coming from the Bible. This is from viewing what I've seen in our world. Lady Gaga means gag fly. Did you know that in 2011, when she did her song Born This Way, she declared that it was for birthing of a new race within the human race? And then at the Grammys for that video, she was carried by a bunch of people that looked like Egyptians and rode inside an egg.
Okay, well, hold on a second. So she's an idiot, and she's proven herself to be an idiot. And I have to logically, dude, this makes no sense. I'm sorry.
Go back. Say that again.
You're arguing that people are irredeemable, bro. How can you do that? And tell me how that doesn't do violence to the gospel. Tell me how that doesn't do. When God said, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. Tell me where there's gray area in that, and that some people aren't
didn't
redeemable.
He just say?
Dude,
didn't he just say? But Eric, didn't he just say that if you blasphemize God, or then you're not redeemable? Isn't that what he just said? Is his quote?
Which he agreed to.
Blaspheme the Holy Spirit.
Makes you.
And what is Lady
But that
Gaga?
was
Okay, my question to you: what does Lady Gaga do all the time? She blasphemes the Holy Spirit. She even openly says, "I swear to Lucifer." She openly admits to being a devil worshiper. Isn't that blaspheming the Holy Spirit?
I'm not saying it isn't, but we're talking about an individual. You're talking about a whole race of people, bro.
Well, no, I know.
Yeah, are you saying it's tied to the flesh or not? Are you saying your flesh is a blaspheme, or are you saying that you can be a seed of the serpent, but you can still be redeemed through Jesus? What are you saying?
Yes, you can still be of the serpent race and be redeemed as long as you don't blaspheme the Holy Spirit. That sounds
right.
Yeah, so you're saying there's two races? Hey, are you saying there's two races though? Because that's what they say. There's a lizard race and a human race. I mean, that's what the conspiracy is. So is that that's where you is that where the serpent seed comes out of, like that David Icke lizard conspiracy shit kind of?
No.
Okay.
The serpent in the garden is where the lizard people comes from, but it's really the race of humans that the devil created in Genesis 1. And again, that's what the original Hebrew words say, not what the English word says. That's why it's been rewritten, readvised, retranslated, and even in the new Bibles today, complete verses have been removed.
Yeah, they fucked it up. You can't read the new stuff.
The Bible
But that
is
makes sense.
weird. It has been
It
changed.
makes sense why Jesus came, because if there's two races, if there's two seeds, then Jesus had to come because he overcame the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is a pathway where you, even if you're the serpent, you can still be redeemed.
Hey, well, where does the Nephilim that came down and had sex with the fair women? How does that mix in? So that's the other race of humans, and then one is a lizard, the serpent, and that's the other race of God, supposedly, is what you're saying?
No. There was 2 times where angels were cast out that fell. First one was in Genesis 1. That's how the angels were put into skins of nakedness. The second time where angels continued to fall, that's talked about in Genesis 6, where it says that angels came down, took women as wives, and had children with them. And they were the mighty men of renown.
And so that's what you think our bloodline is from?
I mean,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear both. You
Well,
guys.
I'm saying, is that what you're saying? Is that where we're from? Is when those angels came down? Because I thought those were satanic when those angels came down. I thought those were cast out of heaven, so they're kind of devilish, I thought.
Yes, there's genes still throughout everyone. Example, Indians. We were taught that Indians went how. That's not true. They went like this because they were scared of the giants that had 6 fingers. The Nephilim had 6 fingers and 6 toes. That gene is still around today, where people are born. It's very rare, but
There's a guy in the NCAA. There's a guy right now that just played this season. He played, and he has a special glove, and he's an All-American linebacker, has 6 fingers on one hand, and he's huge. It's funny. You look up the college football player with 6 fingers on one hand. It was a national news story. That's how I know. But is that true, Eric? Where the Nephilim is described as having an extra digit, toe, and finger?
Yeah, 6 fingers, and I guess that's how the Indians kind of, they hold up their hand that how, like when they said how and hold up their hand to show that they had 5 fingers and not 6. Yeah.
Is that real? So you vibe with that too? That's really like that's how they would. They said that they're not a freak.
That's legend anyway. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't see. You learn something new every day. Even when you guys disagree, you guys agree on that. That's crazy because that sounds wild. So how long do we think the Indians have been here? Have they been like how do they fit in the Native Americans?
Okay, now if you read some of the Bible books that were removed according to canon law, the Indians and other South people in South America, even myself, I'm actually half Puerto Rican, which Puerto Rican is a government term that was created when the treaty was signed. The actual name of so-called Puerto Ricans are Barque, which is Hebrew for brave, and that's where the land of the brave comes from. The other half of me is Irish. Irish comes from the tribe of Dan. The Puerto Ricans come from the tribe of Ephraim. We're all descendants from the 12 tribes. Furthermore,
wait, the 12 tribes. How did that have a connection with Nimrod and the 70 different?
That comes after.
Okay,
that comes after. Noah's first son was Ham. Something happened and Noah cursed Ham's bloodline. The reason why he couldn't curse Ham is because God already blessed him. So he could. The curse was that the rest of their bloodline would be servants, so on and so forth. Well, anyway, Cush went on to form Babylon, which was the first world government.
Wait, is that what we call weed Kush? Kush developed Babylon, Eric? Is that true?
No idea, man. I was just gonna say, like, but doesn't this thing? So I'm thinking a little bit about what you said about the serpent seed and what that means for us. But I mean, like, I would fully say that, like, my flesh, I mean, that's of the devil. That's why it's gonna die. Like, I would say that about my, about my own flesh. So
exactly.
And yeah, so maybe we're kind of talking over each other. I'm really wondering, like, what this theory, like, what is the meat on this thing? Because
well, he's telling you. Hey, but I'm confused. I can't believe Kush is like one of the leaders of Babylon. I wonder if that's the psyop that they call it Kush, weed Kush, because of that.
It's spelled with a C, not a K.
But it's pronounced Kush like that. Still, they do all that symbolism like that.
Then after Kush,
go ahead.
He was killed by, I believe, Josapheth, which was his uncle, which was one of the 3 sons of Noah. Because Cush declared himself a god. So after he killed him, he chopped up his body into a bunch of pieces and sent them to all the cities at that time, which was in that area. Population hasn't grown that outward so far. He had a son named Nimrod, who Semiramis married Semiramis. Semiramis also convinced everyone that he was a god. He was killed in battle. And then she convinced everyone that he didn't die. He was actually resurrected into the sun. Then she went furthermore and basked in the sunlight and said that she was impregnated by the sun. Thus, the story of the virgin birth, trying to put that into play. She gave birth to Tammuz. She also convinced everyone that she was a goddess and her people lived on the moon and came down in a giant egg and landed in the Euphrates River. Semiramis is also Ishtar and Isis. From there, Tammuz was killed by a pig. Oh, by the way, Tammuz was actually born in December 25th. That's what Christmas is all about.
Tammuz is talked about in the Old Testament. So, what are you saying that are you disputing the virgin birth, or I'm mishearing you?
I'm disputing that she. Let me plug in my phone. That she claimed to have a virgin birth that was prophesied, but she didn't truly have a virgin birth.
So how did she get pregnant?
Birth happened was with Mary.
Why? Like, are you talking? No. Hold on. I'm sorry. So you're saying Mary did have a virgin birth, right?
Correct. That's the only. person.
Okay. Sorry. That's what I thought I thought you were saying she didn't. I'm like, whoa, man, we're farther apart than I thought.
Okay,
so I'm saying Semiramis didn't have a virgin birth.
And she lied and said she did. And she lied and said she did. Yes, I see what you're saying.
Interesting.
And Tammuz was born on December. Now, the reason why we have Easter and have all the eggs is that, again, she convinced everyone she was a goddess. She dipped eggs in blood and handed them out to women who were having problems with fertility. The Statue of Liberty is...
In the Bible, she handed out bloody eggs to bitches that had problems conceiving.
That's not in the Bible, is it? That's not in the Bible, though, man.
It's in one of the books that was removed.
Like the Apocrypha? Okay.
Yeah. Then Tammuz was killed and by a wild pig, and that's the reason why we have ham on Easter.
What? They always have a honey baked ham. That was used to be the biggest business, honey baked ham. So you're telling me that because Tammuz got killed by a pig, that's why they eat pig?
Yep. And then the Bible also says not to celebrate Christmas.
It says not to worship a tree, isn't that right, Eric?
Yeah, it's Jeremiah the tree. I think it's Jeremiah the reference to the tree and hanging words on it. I don't subscribe to it, man. I consider anybody that attacks Christians like that a complete joy suck, and they really ought to repent.
Which that says you shouldn't have trees? Is that?
Yeah, man, it's just weird, dude. If you're saying I can't gather together with my family and worship the birth of my Savior. You know,
But doesn't it say in the Bible
here.
to not have a tree worship, and then everybody that's a Christian has a big tree with ornaments on it, and then it is exactly list not to do that?
Dude, I guess, but what Christian actually is? I mean, you're saying like, I'm going to expose the truth to you, therefore I'm going to steal your joy of Christmas. I mean, it's like, fuck that, dude.
No, but
This
it's
is
not.
what-
It's
I mean,
not. It doesn't
where's
say.
the-
Wait,
Sorry,
real quick. It doesn't say in the Bible to steal the joy of Christmas. It says in the Bible to not worship a tree. And every year for Christmas, we all get a tree and worship it.
Do you worship it? Do you
No, I
worship the
don't.
tree?
I don't. But we put ornaments on it. Everybody puts ornaments on it. It's a big deal. Like literally, people talk about the whole psyop.
here's
Of,
the extent-
oh, I
here's
kept
the
my
extent of a woman
tree up for
hanging-
years. So, but don't you think that's weird? Don't you think it says not to do that, and then every Christian does it? Don't you think that's a little bit hypocritical?
No, I mean, I
You
it's
don't
enough-
think
yeah,
that's
I mean,
hypocritical?
dude, no, not
To do something to go against something the Bible says?
Dude, I don't see the
Actually,
Bible
this
saying
is what
against
it
it. I see the Bible. I mean, they were talking about a time when people were setting up Asherah poles, literally nailing down idols and praying to. Dude, this is a crazy time. This was a worship thing. This was used in worship. You're talking about this is the extent of my wife. Oh, this ornament is pretty. I'm putting it on this tree. It means nothing. It's a pretty object, and we thank God for Christmas, and we thank God for that. So it's like, dude. I mean, when Paul talks about all things in Thanksgiving. And we're losing so much context when we browbeat other people like that. I mean, you know, you're going to do what you're going to do, but I'm telling you, you're not going to win a single soul to Christ that way.
Okay, my retort to that: where does the Bible say that Jesus was born in December?
Well, here, let me read this thing. What does it say right here? Here, Jeremiah 10, 1-5. Hear what the Lord says to you, people of Israel. This is what the Lord says. Do not learn the ways of the nations or be terrified by signs in the heavens, though the nations are terrified by them. For the practices of the peoples are worthless. They cut a tree out of the forest, and a craftsman shapes it with his chisel. They adorn it with silver and gold. They fasten it with hammer and nails so it will not totter. Like a scarecrow in a cucumber field, their idols cannot speak. They must be carried because they cannot walk. Do not fear man; they could do no harm, nor do they do any good. So what? I don't. It's hard for me to. I don't know the Bible that well. So what is that saying?
That's awesome, man. Thanks for reading that, dude. I mean, I think the two things. I mean, one, it's talking about the children of Israel, and let me go down there, and also, okay. And again, we're talking about worship here, man. And they're saying it's worthless. It is worthless. It's like the tree is worthless. I don't worship it. It is worthless. It's an item. It's nothing. It's commerce.
Yeah, but do you cut out a tree and put it in your house every Christmas?
Dude, I have a plastic tree.
I know, but I mean, when you say the tree, I mean, so you do have a tree that is not living in your. This is what they say. I mean, isn't that what that says?
My wife wants to decorate a tree, dude.
But don't. I mean, my wife wants to have sex before marriage. I mean, does the Bible say to not have sex, premarital sex?
Again, this is where we have to. This is where we're rightly dividing the word, and we're taking everything in the fullness.
But how are we rightly? No, explain this, Eric. How are we rightly dividing the word if the Bible says not to cut out a tree and do this, and every single Christian does it?
Right.
Yet the Bible says don't have premarital sex, so you'll follow that, but you won't follow this. I think that seems.
So that's what I mean. We are absolutely in a new covenant. Okay.
Here's something else then. For you.
But let's finish that. So does the Bible's words have meaning? I mean, obviously they do. So, but this passage has.
Dude.
I know. So what is the meaning behind this passage?
It's not to worship worthless things. Period.
It's specifically what though? A tree, right?
Anything, and that's the first.
Yeah, but it doesn't say anything. Like it's so you're telling me this Bible passage says don't cut a tree and put it with gold and chisel and silver or what all the stuff it says, and we do that.
I want to interject real quick.
No. Hold on. Let me shed some context here. The God was dealing with Israel when they're moving amongst these peoples. Okay, He's telling them repeatedly, do not follow. Dude, God set Israel apart specifically in a different way than He set apart as Gentiles. We're set apart by faith, right? So
Yeah, but I'm talking about stuff it says in the Bible to listen to. So you're telling me Jeremiah 10, 1-5, don't listen to it, is what you're saying?
What I'm telling you is that is the old covenant. We have further revelation from Paul, which tells us that these things mean nothing, right?
So this is trash. I'm saying, so do I follow this or do I not follow this as a good Christian? Yes or no?
You should follow it, in my opinion. Also, nowhere in the Bible does it say celebrate my birthday. Nowhere in the Bible does it say when he was born. Furthermore, what was the three wise? Please let me finish. Please let me finish. Please let me finish. Furthermore, it goes on to say that the three wise men were tending their flocks and had to travel a distance home to drop off their flock and then go see Jesus. Why would they be out with their flock if it's in the middle of winter?
Yeah, that's a really good. Yeah, I think the birth of Jesus is a different day for sure. Absolutely. But
then why are you saying that you celebrate Christmas December 25th?
Dude, we celebrate the birth of Christ. What's the big deal, dude? Are you telling me that celebrating the birth of Christ? Oh, you're crazy, dude.
Where does it say in the Bible to celebrate his birthday?
Are we under a new covenant? Yes, we are. And Paul defines it at length. He's telling us all these things are worthless. They pass away. Look, you've been given a treasure in faith. I mean, he's showing you. The Old Testament is the New Testament concealed, and the New Testament is the Old Testament revealed. Okay, I mean, there is. if you want to know the full revelation of that scripture, what you're talking about is telling you not to worship idols, and Paul is telling you you have a faith in Christ. You are set in the heavenly places. Okay, we are with Him. We're part of His body. What we do in Thanksgiving, Paul tells us, what we do in thanks is holy, right? I mean,
wait, what does he say about Thanksgiving? What does Paul, Eric, what does Paul say about Thanksgiving? What does Paul say about Thanksgiving?
What? Oh, receive all things in thanksgiving, right? Like, and giving thanks to God. So, like the meat argument or whatever. I mean, what I eat in thanks, and I'm giving thanks to God. I mean, that is holy. It's sanctified, right? I'm eating it in faith. Whatever I don't do in faith, that is sin. If I have Christmas with my family in faith and enjoy the birth of my Savior in faith, that is not sin, sir. And to say so is violence against the gospel, because what you're saying, you're telling me to focus on the Old Testament without the New Testament revealing the Old Testament. False.
No, sir. Again, nowhere in the Bible, old or new, does it say celebrate his birthday. Isn't celebrating a birthday?
You're wrong about that.
Hey, let him go, Eric. Let him go. Eric, let him talk. Yeah, dude, you're bogarting it. You're not even giving a real debate. Let him talk.
Sorry. Go ahead.
The Bible teaches you to not do the things that are in this world. Celebrating any holiday is of this world. The only time you're supposed to celebrate what a holiday is the feast that are described in Old Testament. You don't have to, because again, you're in that's the old covenant.
Dude, it tells us not to give any, not to judge for Sabbaths and holy days. I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. Paul expands on all this, and he tells us about the riches of faith that we have in Christ Jesus, man. I mean, what you're doing is saying that I need to put myself back under the law and not live by the law of grace. Bro, I'm not with it, man.
I don't think he's saying that. I don't think he's saying that. I don't think he's saying any of that, Eric.
Are you telling me that I need to follow the law to an effect that I can't have a Christmas tree? Are you telling me that? Yes or no?
Again,
yes or no, dude?
It's new law as well, not old. Again, Jesus himself never once said, celebrate my birthday.
He didn't tell you not to. But Paul told you not to judge people that do. But Paul told you not to judge people that do.
He specifically did tell you, I'm not judging. 2, you're more than welcome to do what you want. I'm not judging. I'm just stating what the Bible says. 2, no, everything that one of the most things that Jesus preached was to not be of this world. So why are you doing things that are worldly?
Dude, if you think celebrating Christ on Christmas is worldly, bro, I mean,
Because
I
it's
don't
a
know what
pagan
to say.
holiday.
Whatever,
How
dude.
Christmas was even created.
Whatever. Dude,
How was Christmas
that's why
created?
this is such a better test, dude. That's why in Acts, that's why the Holy Spirit came. It fell upon the nations, bro. That God sanctified it. He made them holy, and He told Peter to specifically rebuke him for saying something. Do not call my people unholy. Don't call what I call holy unholy. Don't do it. And that's what you're sitting here doing right now. And it's holy because it's done in faith and thanksgiving to the Lord my God. I know who my Jesus is, man. I know who my Savior is.
I know, but I know with all due respect, though, I don't know if that's that crazy though that it says in the Bible to not worship a tree. You know, like I don't think it's like you're saying that that's so crazy. I don't think that that's that crazy.
Furthermore, do you know when the actual Sabbath is?
Do I know what?
Do you know when the actual Sabbath is?
I would say
Saturday,
or is Friday evening into Saturday, right?
Actually, no. The beginning of the year, this year, because it changes every time, was March 28th was the first day of the year. How do I know this? Well, if you look at Exodus 12, verse 15 through 20, it says, 7 days shall you eat unleavened bread. On the first day you shall remove leaven from your house. For whoever eats leavened bread from the first day unto the seventh, that person shall be cut off from Israel. Now here's where it gets interesting. On the first day, on the first day,
you've been cut off. You've been cut off from Israel.
Let me finish, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
On the first day, you shall be a holy convention, and on the seventh day there shall be a holy convention for you. No manner of work shall be done, for which everyone must eat, that only may be prepared by you. So you shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for on the same day I have brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore, here's where it gets interesting. Therefore, you shall observe the day throughout your generations of everlasting ordinance. In the first month, that's the first month of the year, on the 14th day of the month at evening. Why is the Feast of Unleavened Bread viewed on this coming up Sunday?
Is he speaking to the Jewish people here, to Israel, or is he speaking to the Gentiles?
He's talking to the Jews. The Jews.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Are you Hey, people in the chat are saying, Don, are you a Jehovah's Witness?
No.
Oh.
No. I claim no. Again, I claim no. No.
Isn't this what the Jehovah's Witness though? Isn't that what Jehovah's Witness do? They don't celebrate anything, birthdays or anything because of that.
Yes. Now, if you look at the different denominations, they all celebrate different things and whatnot. Like with Jehovah's Witnesses, they believe that the world started off in nothing but destruction. There was. Let me pull up the verse.
Paul talks about like who bewitched you, like that's just what's ringing through my head when we're talking about this. Like who bewitched you? Man?
How
Who
about
stole
this?
your peace, bro?
That's kind of rude. Who bewitched you? Wow, that's strong. That's strong. Okay, go ahead.
How about this? I challenge you to start going through Strong's Concordance. The best, you can get the book like I have, like this, or you can get eSword. It's free on the computer.
Honestly, if it leads to this and browbeating people over Christmas trees, dude, I don't want anything to do with it.
So I don't know if he I don't think he browbeating you.
I mean, bro, like
I don't know how that's browbeating. I don't know how. Wait, but real quick, I don't know how that's browbeating and like pulling up something in the Bible. Yeah, but it's not him. It's not him selling it. It says in the Bible. It's not. Well, it's not. It's not. He didn't write
dude,
that. I didn't write that.
from
I mean,
grandma.
I'm
Hey,
just.
can you go to your grandma's house? Can you go to your grandma's house and say that to her? Can you do that? Can you go
Yeah,
tell your
I
grandma
mean,
to
I
go to
would
your
say,
Christmas tree?
I would,
dare you to do that, man.
I
Come
would
on.
say, I would tell my grandmother, hey, what's the deal with Jeremiah 10, 1-5? I would just say, I would just point this. I'm just saying, dude, it seems like you might be cherry picking the Bible if the Bible specifically, and I'm not saying don't celebrate Christmas. I'm not saying don't say that, but you're being like, dude, you're taking away Christmas. It says it right here, not to cut down a tree and adorn it with silver and gold, which is exactly what we do to worship Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Alex,
so that's probably a
Dude,
psyop,
I got you.
probably no, that's my show. I'm saying probably hijacked by Satan. So it's like, dude, I get that you're participating in it, but the Bible specifically says not to do it. So it's weird that we listen to the Bible on some stuff. And no, but why do you choose to listen to the Bible on some stuff, but you choose to not listen to the Bible on this? That's my question.
Because what I'm saying, what I'm really trying to express, man, is that the Old Testament, okay, is great, but the New Testament reveals it, dude. All is revealed in Christ Jesus. So when Paul expands on these things, like what you're talking about, he does so like revealing the deep spiritual truth that is behind this. It is about the worship. It's about trust. It's about, who, dude, that's what I'm saying. We are seated in the heavenly places by faith in him, man, just by faith. So when we
but dude, you're repeating like Eric, you're just repeating the same Christian thing that everybody says though. It's the same regurgitated thing.
I know,
but I'm just saying it's just the same thing over and over and over again. Like everybody's heard that. It's almost like you're just repeating what other pastors say. I get it, but I still haven't heard. I'm just saying, what's a good answer for why in the Bible it says not to do that, and why don't? So because it's the Old Testament, you don't listen to it. Is that what you're saying? So Paul says you can celebrate Christmas?
Yes, absolutely.
And what did Paul?
He does not. He says he says to not do the things that the heathens do, to not be of this world.
Did Paul tell you not to judge people on new moons and festivals and things like that? Did Peter get the revelation that Gentiles were now saved?
What the Bible says.
And he was shocked because they didn't observe things like that. But he's like, the Holy Spirit fell on them the same way he did on us. And he's demonstrating to you that all things were made clean. You got to get that through your head. This is the New Testament. We are under his blood. I mean, dude, our promises and our gifts are so much better than the old things you're trying to go back under, and I don't understand it. And that's why Paul said specifically, who bewitched you?
Listen.
That's what I'm saying. I'm using that in context.
Very carefully. Listen very, very carefully. Yes. No way in shape or form am I saying to follow the Old Testament. We have a new law that was given to us by Yeshua himself. And he clearly states to not be of this world and to not do the things that other people do in this world. And one of them is Christmas.
Bro,
where does it say? Where did he ever once say, celebrate my birthday?
Yeah, what did Paul say?
What did he say not to? What did he say not to? I mean,
it says not to. It says not to cut a tree. Jeremiah 1-5. It says not to. It says not to cut a tree and worship it. That's what it says.
He says to not be of this world. What is a birthday? That is a worldly thing, is it not? Doesn't matter whose birthday it is.
So does Paul say this? Does Paul say this? If I have a tree up in faith, okay, in the Thanksgiving, then that's a holy space, right?
But
I mean, as for me, my house will worship the Lord. Still stands. Now, however, if you thinking that it's a sin, if you knowing or thinking it's a sin, or however you want to argue it, and you don't do that in faith, then that is sin for you. Is that not what Paul says?
Repeat the second part about me.
If you don't do something in faith, then it is sin. Anything done outside of faith is sin. So if you're convicted and convinced that the tree is an idol and all this, that's fine. What I'm saying is, if you're convinced of that and you put up a tree, you just sin. If I do it in thanksgiving to God, giving him thanks for this precious day to spend just thinking about him with my family, just, you know what I mean? If I give thanksgiving to him, that's holy. But however, if you put up a tree because you have convictions about it, you're not doing it in faith, therefore it is sin, right?
Well, could man have corrupted it? Yeah, go ahead, Don.
That's what the Bible says, man.
My retort to that yeah, I go ahead. Don't worry about it.
No. Oh, what is your retort? Do you want to say it? I know it takes a second. Yeah, Eric's, hardcore. But guys, I don't think we're ever going to come to an agreement. I'm just saying. Okay, go ahead, Don.
The retort is, you said that you celebrate Christmas in remembrance of the Most High for his birthday, which let's not go there. Why are you doing it only one day when it should be every single day?
I didn't say his birthday. I said to celebrate his birth. There's a big difference there. I mean, I'm not saying birthday like I'm blowing out candles for Jesus. I'm saying, praise God, the Son of God has come. Hallelujah, Emmanuel is here. Like this is.
But aren't you supposed to do that every day, basic. Not one day a year?
Yeah, I grant you that. I'm just saying, if you set apart a day a year, and again, Paul goes into that too. So don't.
Okay, but 98% of the world celebrates Christmas. And as you said, and for his birth, and then don't do anything else. Isn't that just as bad? Is that to me, that just destroys everything that you're saying?
I guess, man. Here's what I'm convinced of, man, and I'll end it with this, dude, because
I know what you're going to say. You're going to say the same thing. Wait, hold on, Eric. You can say your same Bible verse. No, you always say the same Bible verse. You've been on the show 20 times. You always say the same Bible verse. I get it. You're going to say it. I'm going to let you say it. Everybody's heard it. I'm excited to hear it again. But what I'm saying is there no way that man could have corrupted the idea of Christmas? Like, do you not think that that's possible, Eric? Do you not think that man or Satan?
I think it's entirely possible. But okay. What I'm saying is what I do in faith between me and my God is between me and my God in faith. He loves that, dude. So, I mean, anyway, it's just a ridiculous thing. But what I'm saying for me, this is just me. Okay, I am a total hypocrite, sinner saved by grace, dude. There's nothing redeemable about me. My only worth comes from the worth that he was willing to pay for me, which is everything. So. Yeah, so that's the paradox that we have to live in. So I think we're trying to say, this guy's a sinner. Okay, I get what you're saying, but it's not healthy for it. It leads to resentment. It leads to really an unchristian walk. And honestly, if you're pushing this kind of rhetoric, I think you're just stealing joy. I don't know how else you're doing it. You can say you can mask it and say you're spreading truth, but hey, man, you're gonna explain that to God, and I hope you're right.
Thank you, Jared. $5. Go ahead, Don.
Now, if we're going to have another debate, which I think he wants to set up, I would love for you to go over 1 Corinthians 15 through 15:35, the resurrection of the body, with Strong's concordance, and remember everything that I taught you, so that that I told you. Not top, but
yeah, I'll go back over and watch this. If we do debate, I'll go back and watch this video.
We'll set it up. We'll set up a real debate because we're almost at 3 hours. So let's wrap it up. Eric said his final thing. Dawn, you say your final thing, and then we're gonna wrap it up here right now. And I'll guys, next week we'll have a debate. You guys can come on with facts because listen, Eric, I agree with basically everything you're saying. I just think it's weird though that like specifically the tree thing, I believe that could have been corrupted by Satan, that is a psyop. Now everybody worships a tree, and that's really the exact opposite of what we should be doing. Like, I think that's very possible.
And you might be right about that, man. But in my case, Satan failed miserably. So, okay.
Christmas is the way, okay, when the Catholic Church and all that stuff was incorporating the people that they conquered to make things easier for their transition to their new society, they took their belief system and turned it into Christianity. Like, nowhere in the Bible does it say to worship Mary, but Catholics do. So Christmas in itself is the same thing. It started off as a pagan holiday. It originally started off where the slaves were freed for a week, and the people that enslaved them were the slaves for the week. They even elected one slave to be a king. That's where that's where the original for so-called Christmas came from. It was during the winter solstice, and it wasn't Christmas then, but that's how that became a pagan holiday. A good YouTuber to watch over, to learn, not in Strong's Concordance, but for pagan holidays and the story of Nimrod and all that stuff, is Truth Unedited. He does an amazing job with in an animated series about how the Bible actually goes. Again, not through Strong Concordance, but through the stories and the timelines of what actually happened. Because believe it or not, people don't believe in the Bible because they say, oh, it's not real. But in all actuality, the Bible is a history book, and everything that's coming into fruition through archaeology and whatnot has been proven that these places actually existed. So that's also something to taking into consideration on why you should also read the Bible, because it's a history book as well. So if you love history, that's also something you might want to look into.
That's deep. Okay, all right. What a stream. Brian, anything you want to say before we let you go?
Shit, what was I gonna say?
It's tough when you're on the spot. Now imagine doing a 3-hour show talking about this bull crap all day. It's a lot of on the spot talking, but I love it. I love being on the show, and I love having Eric on. I love having you on, Don, and I love having you on, Brian, because I like the debate. You know, I mean, listen, we don't all agree on everything, and I especially love debate when people present evidence that we can actually, you know, kind of decipher and make our own opinions about. So I'd love to have you guys both on again, Eric and Don, and we can really settle, and we'll have other guests on. Where we can really debate it, and we'll give it like the whole show so we can, you know, maybe have more facts and more evidence. But hey, Brian, it's really loud in the back. I got to mute you. But I want to say thank you, Don, for coming on. Thank you, Eric. And guys, both send me, Don, make sure to write put a comment or something so I can get in contact with you so I can schedule it. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
You got my info, but yeah.
I got your info, Eric.
Here shortly, but just I'll put something in so that it grabs your attention. But the email is Kazimoto1982. So just look out for that.
Eric, what do you want to say, Eric, before I hang up on both y'all?
No, man. God bless, man. I'm sorry I did Bogart quite a bit. It takes me about 2 seconds to forget that I'm on a live stream and not on a Zoom call. So I do apologize for that, man.
No, I love it, Eric. Yeah, no, you're great. I think you're very professional and had a good bedside manner. You know, I just was, the thing is, people in the chat are like, oh, I want to hear what Don has to say. People want to hear what the opposite, like even if they're on your side, Eric, they want to hear the, you know, whatever the person you're arguing. It's like the globe or flat earth, you know, you want to hear the globe side, even if you know what their argument is, you like want to hear them say it. So guys, we're going to have a debate, and we're going to moderate it, and it's going to make sure to be gentlemanly. And I think y'all were gentlemen tonight. I really do. I believe that 100%. So thank you, Eric. Anything you want to say, Don?
Just again, Eric, when we do have this debate, I would really love for you to go over 1 Corinthians 15:35 with Strong's Concordance.
Okay, Corinthians.
Yeah, no problem. I'll go back and watch this video, and I'll have all the info, man. So I got
all right, you guys prepare. Sure. It's going to be Don versus Eric with both the webcams on. It's going to be on like Donkey Kong. All right, y'all both say goodbye. Peace, y'all.
Have a good night. Stay blessed.
Bye. All right, Sky Bear. Wow, what a crazy stream, guys. What a night. You know, I couldn't make this up. Of course, we're going to sit here, and there's always going to be a battle for supremacy in the, you know, am I the right religion game? It's a tough game to play. It's a very divisive game. I think a lot of it is done on purpose, but the idea that Christmas was hijacked does not sound crazy. I mean, I don't believe, you know, a lot of stuff that they tell us to be true. So, you know, the idea that Christmas was hijacked, like, I almost think that's more likely than it not being hijacked. Of course, the biggest celebration would be some sort of pagan, satanic, occultic ritual. That sounds about right to me. So all I got to say is this. I was going to go through the news, but I guess I did it. My girl Rachel's in it. Oh, before I go, been a great stream. We're going to break down everything that's going on next Wednesday, March 31st, patrons only stream, Too Hot for TV. If you want access to that stream, you need to join the Patreon. You can join for $1. I get it. You guys don't have you don't have bank accounts. You don't have a credit card. Send me a message. I'll figure out a way to get you the link if it's a financial issue, because I want the audience there. But at the same time, guys, I'm trying to monetize my channel. I'm not trying to make a bunch of money. I'm just trying to make enough to pay for my bills. Okay, not even my home bills. I can't even dream of making enough money to pay those bills. I'm just talking about kind of my broadcasting bills. So this microphone, I finance this microphone. And you guys obviously do support me. I would just like to become a professional broadcaster in the near future as soon as possible. So I've been doing this almost a year. So hopefully within the next year, I'll be doing this full time. Okay, but I can't do it without y'all's help, and I can't do it unless I'm, screaming at the mayor about blaming him for pooping my pants. So, what can I say other than I love y'all?
This is for the people who like to shake their ass.
Let's go, baby. This is for y'all.
Something to shake your ass.
We got Sky Bear.
DJ Assault, aka Craig Diamond.
Let's go, Sky.
Let's get this shit cracking. Now which one of y'all hoes ready to clown with a nigga from the D-town? I put it down like
Sky Bear Live.
Giving them game that's infinite. Never forget me, bitch. Whether I'm rich or a pissy poor, whether I love all ladies or they just all whores, whether I rock the top in a dubbed out coupe, whether I take you out to eat and order rat soup. It really don't matter at all. DJ Assault, aka Craig Diamonds, y'all. So what you saying? We gon' get naughty, y'all. Ready to party with the girls with naked bodies, y'all. Okay. So striptease, get on your knees. Stop me at the clubs when the cops yell freeze. Illegal shit, we gon' leave confidential. This is what I'm giving you over this instrumental.
Something to shake your cat to. Something to shake your cat. Something to shake your cat to. Something to shake your cat. Something to shake your. I love y'all. Peace. I love y'all. I will see y'all soon. I'll see y'all. Please join the Patreon. Come on, help a brother out. Peace.
This is for them nasty hoes doing them nasty shows. Got out with them dildos. I guess they got skill though. For real though, chill though. You damn nympho. But she'll do that to do. Everybody get a turn like Rubik's Cube with a body.